This is the thing, yeah. And today the concepts that we'll be learning is not the static. ठीक है, कुछ चीज़ें हो सकता है like rivers and their origin points, उसका तो बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है teach करने की. So I've given the table. Okay, so otherwise some of the important topics which I felt I have to discuss, उसको थोड़ा सा लेकर आया हूँ. Okay, उसमें भी like environment का और like the other protected sites and everything, since I have already made the videos, I have not included them. Is that clear? So very less concepts are there, not much, but quite important. They might ask you this because I have not seen these topics covered much in any other sources. Okay, so I thought I will actually look into these sources to be covered today. Okay, yeah. So now here, see, the first topic that we will be looking at shall be this one, the wet paradox. Okay, and after that, then we'll be discussing this first, and then I wanted to discuss about particular terminology that was used in the current affairs generally. That's called compound extreme events. Okay, so regarding the compound extreme events, we have to study about the heat waves. Okay, so that is what we'll be looking into. Okay, so and like there is also IPCC report on this. That's the reason I brought this topic here. Okay, and apart from that, this is atmospheric evaporative demand. This is one of the important terminology that you have to know for the exam. Okay, these might be the terms that they will ask you. So uski wajah se I bought this. And next here, with respect to UPSC relevance, like how would it impact and all those, I've bought this here. Okay, and then of course ये तो आपको पता है, right? Operation Sindoor की बाद बहुत ज़्यादा dynamic changes हुआ है, and they have not asked in the mains, है ना? So उसकी वजह से chances हो सकते हैं prelims में पूछ ले. Okay, so we'll look into it. Okay, and I felt when you look at the geodiplomacy, there are two important geodiplomacy that you can see. One is with the west, that is Pakistan. The another one is with the east, that is related to Act East policy, Mekong Ganga cooperation. Okay, so ये दोनों लेकर आया हूँ मैं. Okay, so we'll be discussing those two topics. So here is the Mekong Ganga cooperation. Okay, next, apart from this, like I've actually made the comparison between these two. Is that clear? So that is the thing. And further, we have some of the important river interlinking projects. इससे क्या impact है, क्या significance है? Okay, so that is one more thing. So we'll be looking into those. इधर देखो, ऐसा table है. I've put the table. Okay, so you'll be getting. Okay, we'll be looking into all of this, and I'll give you this handout also. Okay, so yeah, and उसके बाद, yeah. This is yesterday some students requested me to cover the river system, drainage system, right? उसके लिए Himalayan versus Peninsular river system. Okay, so the theory behind it, and also like देखो अभी देखो इसमें Himalayan rivers, उनका tributaries का source point. Okay, so this is the fact thing. Okay, I cannot teach anything but just read it. Okay, so we'll be looking into this also. And देखो ये हो गया Himalayas का, ये हो गया Peninsular rivers. Okay, so we have it for the Peninsular rivers also here. Okay, yeah, and along with this, yeah, this is one more thing. Yesterday I should have covered this, but I don't know why I forgot this. The rainfall distribution हमने देखा था कल, right? So can I ask a question? Yes. Okay. So the statement, you will give me the true or false. Okay. The amount of rainfall reduces from east to west in the extrapeninsular India. Sure? Pakka? Pakka? Okay. The amount of rainfall reduces from west to east in the peninsular India. True? Sach mein? West to east? I might be confusing, don't follow me. Okay. True. Good. Why? Western Ghats. Yes, Western Ghats section. Okay, which is the state that does not receive rainfall during the southwest monsoon? Tamil Nadu. Which is the state that receives rainfall during winters? What did I ask? During winters. Delhi में नहीं आता? Western disturbances तो है ना? हाँ. So if I say retreating monsoon, that is Tamil Nadu. Okay. If I say winters, you'll take all of these. Did you get this? Okay. Yeah. Chalo, next. So based on that, the vegetational distribution we'll be looking at today. Okay, so we'll start from here. Okay, we'll start from here, and this is one more topic. Uski साथ साथ देखो, we'll start from this. Okay, and then we have one more thing. This is also related to that vegetational distribution only, and then yeah, wait. Altitudinal, ये तो altitude में कैसा distribution हुआ है उसके बारे में. Okay, vegetation, how it is distributed according to altitude. Okay, next we'll be looking at the demographic stats. Okay, एक बार पूछ लेते ना, पिछली साल नहीं 24 में they asked a question mains में, right? Demographic winters, right? वैसा ही कुछ पूछ ले, probably they might ask, right? So let's be ready. Okay, so that's the reason. I'm not saying that I'm covering 100%. I'm not stupid to say that, okay? But I'm trying to cover at least 99%, okay? So that is the thing, and we'll look into this. And to be very honest, all of this I've got it from the authentic sources. They're like, you know, if for example IPCC का हो गया तो IPCC report से ही theme लिया हूँ, okay? वैसे ही किया हूँ, okay? So and then urban heat island concept, सुना है? हाँ, we'll look into that also. Then after that part, ये उसका picture है, ठीक है? Then have you heard of Aravalli Green Wall project? Right? Aravalli Green Wall project, its inspiration comes from Great Green Wall of Africa. Okay? So ये दोनों comparison भी देख लेते हैं, ठीक है? This is the comparison that we'll be looking at. बस इतना ही है. Okay? I guess this will take 3 hours. Okay, so उसके बाद देखते हैं. Okay, I guess we'll be covering sufficient enough. Okay, and anything more, if I feel anything important, I'll let you know any which ways. Okay. Yeah. We'll start from this topic. Clear? Yes. So, how many of you are attending? You are attending for the first today. Okay, others? Anybody? Okay. And rest of you, I've seen you guys already. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Of course, see, one simple thing, I'll tell you even today. Like we have almost covered geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, Indian geography का physiography I've covered for you. Okay. मतलब physiography, Indian climatology क्या होता है? Monsoons ही होता है. वो भी खत्म हो गया. ठीक है? And क्या बचा है? कुछ नहीं बचा है उसमें. है ना? So we have covered almost. Then rest of it, what is there that we are looking at this. And if time permits, I will also sort of tell you some of the, matlab dekho, if their time permits, I'll look into some other topics, I'll tell you, okay, if time permits, okay. Yes, so did you guys try solving the previous year questions? Yes, able to answer? Pakka? Okay, then fine. Okay, see, the thing is, geography won't change, right? Just because you are giving the attempt for the first time, the geography won't change. Hai na? So geography remains the same, but the way of asking the same topic in a different way is what UPSC looks at. So when you solve the previous year questions, you get to know that. Okay? So that is the thing. Any which ways, we'll start from this today. Yeah. Now, to start with here, the first and foremost thing, like I wanted to tell you yesterday, we have studied about the distribution of rainfall. Okay, we have studied the distribution of rainfall, and here when you look at the distribution of rainfall impacts, okay, so that is the first impact. What we need to see is the vegetational distribution. Okay, so what happens is basically that, give me a second. Okay. So what happens is that basically when you look at the monsoons, okay, monsoons is the one that gets us the majority of the rainfall. Okay, that's why we are told monsoonal country, right? Because हमारा living पूरा, like the way we live, our dependency, सब कुछ हमारा living depends on monsoons. Okay, simple thing. Okay, what you eat, okay, and what you wear, and like basically what you drink, everything is dependent on monsoons. Clear? What you eat, basically rice, wheat, whatever you eat, it is dependent on monsoons, okay? Because rain-fed agriculture, correct? And what we wear, like cotton dress or जो भी है, वो grow करने के लिए again agriculture पे ही आ गया, okay? So everything like that. चलो. Anyways, when we look at this here, see, now we have to look at the distribution of natural vegetation in India, Okay, when we look at the distribution of natural vegetation in India, the first thing is that the seasonality of rainfall we already know. Okay, the vegetation actually depends on seasonality of rainfall and the quantity of rainfall. Okay, so when we look at the seasonality of rainfall, we have 4 months in a year where we get the majority quantity of the rainfall that should occur in the year. Correct? So starting from May last week to almost August, September tak. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, August we can say, August end tak. Okay, now when you look at this specifically in this case, what you can understand is basically here the amount of variation, the amount of rainfall variation shall be seen not just across the space like horizontally but also vertically, altitude. Okay, altitudinally also you can see the difference. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Okay, now when you look at this, we all know one thing for sure, that the amount of rainfall reduces this way and it reduces this way. Am I right? Okay, so when this is the condition, so see, look at this. The first, this green color that you see here, okay, is actually the place where you have the tropical evergreen forests. Okay, ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट ग्रो करने के लिए कितना बारिश होना है? मिनिमम 200 सेंटीमीटर से ऊपर. Okay, the minimum is more than 200 centimeters of rainfall. So what you can see is in India, you have 3 important spots where you have the tropical evergreen forests. 1, Western Ghats. 2, Northeast Himalayas. 3, Andaman and Nicobar. Is that clear? Is this understood? Okay, these are the 3 important regions where you get it. Okay, ये जो part इधर mention है, इसका तो एक्चुअली बारिश रिट्रीटिंग मॉनसून से होता है. ठीक है, रिट्रीटिंग मॉनसून से होता है दिस एंटायर रीजन बेसिकली, एंड उसको तो डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस, दिस इज नॉट शोन इन मेनी ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज. ओके, इसमें तो दिखाया है. ठीक है, बट दिस इज द थिंग. ठीक है, समझ में आए? सो वेर यू गेट मोर देन 200 सेंटीमीटर्स ऑफ रेनफॉल, these are the 3 spots. Okay, so they can ask you where you have tropical evergreen forests, or they can ask you where you have the 200 centimeters से ऊपर rainfall. Is that clear? Basically, we can say Western Ghats and these 3 spots receives more than 250 centimeters annually. Is that clear? More than 250 centimeters of rainfall is received. Okay, but now when you look at this here, tropical evergreen forest हो गया. उसकी बाद क्या होता है? Tropical moist deciduous. उसकी बाद tropical dry deciduous होता है. Is that clear? So, like for example, simple example, take this part. ठीक है? When you take this part, here, when you look at this like extreme towards the Western Ghats, what you have is basically more than 250 centimeters of rainfall. So you can see like in this region, like something like rosewood, ebony, okay, mahogany, ऐसा species grow होता है. ठीक है? And further when you come here, like let us say Mysore, okay, Mysore region, actually Mysore, Coorg and those regions, Coorg तो छोड़ दो, Mysore region, okay, Mysore region क्या होता है? Like you will see tropical, like deciduous, moist deciduous forests. When we speak about tropical moist deciduous forests, क्या होता है? उसमें you get around 150 centimeters to 200 centimeters of rainfall. Okay, so there what you can see is you will see something like sandalwood, teak, okay, sal, shisham, okay, these are the species that will grow. Is this clear? And further you go towards the east, you have like Sheshachalam Hills, Tirupati, okay, Tirupati region. There, what you can see is basically that in that region, you can actually observe that there is even more lesser, even lesser rainfall that is received over there. Understood? So, as the quantity of rainfall reduces, there you can see dry deciduous forests. Okay, dry deciduous forests will receive somewhere 100 to 150. Okay, so around 100 centimeters of rainfall, let us say. Okay, around 100 centimeters of rainfall. In that, what you can see is dry deciduous. You can see neem, people tree, okay, red sanders, ऐसा species मिल जाते हैं उधर. Okay, got this? Okay, now like if you look at this specifically, the same thing if you look at this way. Here you have very good amount of rainfall, more than 200 centimeters, tropical evergreen, उसके बाद tropical semi evergreen, उसके बाद क्या होता है? Generally moist deciduous होना है. ठीक है? But here evergreen के लिए उतना ऊंचा नहीं है Eastern Ghats. It's not so tall. Is that clear? It's not so tall like Western Ghats. ठीक है. So what you get here is probably a simple, like, stakes of, like, tropical semi-evergreen, but majorly tropical moist deciduous concentrated here. उसके बाद dry deciduous है. ठीक है. Did you understand? Dry deciduous होता है इतना. इधर क्या होता है? It is like, semi-arid and arid, so you'll have like mostly the thorny forests. Is that clear? Thorny forest होता है. So what you can see is basically in thorny forest, what you can see is palm trees. Okay, date palms, right? Date palms and like cactus, aloe vera. Okay, and babul पता है? Okay, babul tree. Okay, these are babul plants, and these are the ones that you can that you can witness. Okay, so what you can see is basically, now if you look at the states, okay, if you look at the states and distribution, what you can see is here you see this Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana. Okay, this region, even Delhi also almost comes in this region only. Is this clear? And ये region जो होता है, देखो for example simple thing मैं बता देता हूँ. If you know the state and what they eat, what is their staple food, you know the rainfall. How? Simple. इधर से स्टार्ट करो. वेस्ट बंगाल. वेस्ट बंगाल का स्टेपल फूड क्या है? राइस एंड फिश. राइस एंड फिश. कोस्टल हो गया, उसकी वजह से फिश. ठीक है. राइस. राइस है तो बारिश ज्यादा होना है. करेक्ट. कम टू बिहार. राइस. करेक्ट. ईस्टर्न यूपी, गोरखपुर साइड, राइस. ओके. वेस्टर्न यूपी, मेरठ, लखनऊ, wheat. Delhi, wheat. Then you go to Rajasthan, bajra, dal bati churma, right? So you know what they eat, you know what is the cropping pattern. Easy हो गया? Okay. So अभी सोचो, for example, if you think of, let us say South Indian states का बता देता हूँ मैं. Okay. If you think of rice, if you think of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, rice. है ना. साउथ इंडियन मील्स मतलब राइस देता है, भर के देता है ना. सो दैट इज द थिंग. एंड सेकेंडली you think of breakfast. Even if you forget about rice, you think of breakfast. इडली, वड़ा, डोसा. इडली डोसा किससे बनाते हैं? राइस से ही बनाते हैं. गॉट इट? समझ में आया? यू गो टू केरला, सेम थिंग. यू गो टू कर्नाटका, सेम थिंग. ओके. एंड नॉर्थ कर्नाटका, इफ यू लुक एट, दे गेट ragi mudde. We call it as ragi mudde. Okay, so ragi mudde matlab ragi balls. Okay, so that is very nutritious food. Okay, ragi is actually millet, है ना. तो उसके लिए बारिश बहुत कम होना है. So नॉर्थ कर्नाटका में बारिश कम है. समझ में आ रहा है? Able to get it? You go to महाराष्ट्र, क्या कहते हैं? ज्वार की रोटी, है ना. ज्वार की रोटी ज्यादा, ज्वार बाजरा दोनों कहते हैं, है ना. अगेन रेनफॉल कम है. Got it? You go to गुजरात, डोकला. ओके. एंड बेसिकली दिस मिलेट्स, वही कहते हैं. राइस कम है, हाँ वही है ना. समझ में आया अभी? ओके. दैट इज द सिंपल वे ऑफ लर्निंग इट. इज दिस क्लियर? ओके. समझ में आया ना इतना? सिंपल. यू इफ द क्वेश्चन आस्क्स यू व्हाट इज द स्टेपल फूड और समथिंग, if the question asks you the amount of rainfall, or indirectly it asks you these states are arid and semi arid, सोचना एक बार क्या कहते हैं उन लोग. Okay, from there you derive. हो गया, easy. Yes or no? Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's how you will actually look at. That is what is practical analysis. Okay. क्या क्या? यार जनरली देखो, मैं जनरल टर्म्स बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है. मैं एक कम्युनिटी का नहीं बता रहा हूँ, मैं जनरल बता रहा हूँ. ओके, क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न का बता रहा हूँ मैं. ओके, सो दैट इज द थिंग. ठीक है, या समझ में आया ना इतना? ओके. ओके, ये हो गया डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. ठीक है. नाउ दिस पार्ट, हिमालयन पार्ट, विल लुक एट इट सेपरेटली नाउ. ठीक है. See, when we look at the Himalayan part, the first thing I want to tell you is basically here, when you take the altitudes, okay, so up to first 500 meters, what you can find is basically that you will find tropical forests. ठीक है, because temperature ज़्यादा होता है at lower altitudes, and इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द बारिश ऑल्सो, द अमाउंट ऑफ रेनफॉल. ईस्टर्न में बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश आता है, वेस्टर्न में बहुत कम बारिश होता है. ठीक है, ये भी होता है फैक्टर. ओके, सो अप टू 500 meters व्हाट यू सी इज एक्चुअली द ट्रॉपिकल फॉरेस्ट. समझ में आए? मोस्टली ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडियस. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? ओके, सो इस साइड तो मोस्टली ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडियस, इस साइड तो एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके, नेक्स्ट, व्हेन यू गो फर्दर up to 2000 meters, what you have is basically the subtropical forests. Okay, subtropical forests. So उधर से ऊपर जाएगा तो temperate forest मिलेगा आपको. Is that clear? Temperate forest. Now see, why is it showing two different like this? इधर देखो, इसका तो conifers actually इधर 2300 2200 में स्टार्ट हो रहा है. ओके, और लेट अस से 1900 पे ही स्टार्ट हो रहा है. बट इधर देखो, ये 2000 क्रॉस होने की बाद स्टार्ट हो रहा है ना? सो वाई एग्जैक्टली, ईस्टर्न हिमालयास आर क्लोजर टू ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर, वेस्टर्न हिमालयास आर हायर इन लैटिट्यूड. ठीक है, इसका ठंड ज्यादा होता है, इसका गर्मी ज्यादा होता है. गॉट इट? द टेम्परेचर विल बी हायर हियर बिकॉज इट इज क्लोज टू द ट्रॉपिक्स. चलो मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं, इज हिमालयास कट बाय ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर? मेरे को आंसर नहीं, आंसर ट्रू और फॉल्स चाहिए पहले, उसके बाद मैं पूछूंगा. 100% एवरीवन? पक्का? हाँ. सो पूर्वांचल्स पता है ना? पूर्वांचल्स एक्सटेंड इनटू म्यांमार, अरकन योमा, इट एक्सटेंड्स फर्दर इनटू अंडमान एंड निकोबार, फिर ऊपर से नीचे तक है ना, तो ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर तो कट होगा. ऐसा नो? मिजोरम, व्हाट ही सेड इज राइट, मिजोरम के पास. गॉट इट? मिजोरम त्रिपुरा साइड में. ओके, गॉट इट? Mizo Hills, Lushai Hills, okay, part of Purvanchals. Is Purvanchal part of Himalayas? Bas? Okay, so remember this. And one small task I'll give you. Okay, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Himalayas. ठीक है? And Aravallis, Satpura Ranges. ठीक है? All of these you have to know which states. Okay, it passes through. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वेस्टर्न घाट्स का बताओ. गुजरात, दामन एंड दीव, दादरा नगर हवेली. ओके, एंड देन यू हैव महाराष्ट्र, गोवा एंड कर्नाटका, केरला, पुदुचेरी. हाउ पुदुचेरी? हाँ, माँ है. ओके, समझ में आए? तमिलनाडु, यस, तमिलनाडु ऑल्सो. ओके, नीलगिरी हिल्स, या नीलगिरीस एंड बिलो. ओके, सो ये है. गॉट इट? The same way, if you take Himalayas, you have Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal, and all the northeastern states except Meghalaya. Meghalaya is part of Peninsular Plateau. ठीक है, मैंने कल बताया ना, राजमाल ट्रैप्स मेघालयन प्लेट्यू. ओके, हाँ वही है. समझ में आया? दैट इज हिमालयन स्टेट्स. डिड यू गेट दिस? Okay, so now Eastern Ghats, if you see, you have starting from Odisha, Garjat Hills. Okay, from there up to Tamil Nadu. ठीक है, समझ में आया ना इतना? Okay, so you will mark like Sheshachalam Hills and everything. Okay, Javadi Hills, Chevroy Hills, ये सब कुछ आप उधर तक आता है. पालकोंडा, वेलिकोंडा. Okay, so all these comes into the list. So आपका ये टास्क है, प्लीज डू दिस. ऑलमोस्ट हैव टोल्ड यू, सिर्फ आरावली और सातपुरा का आपके ऊपर छोड़ रहा हूं. इज दिस क्लियर? ओके, समझ में आया ना? या नो, इट्स पार्ट ऑफ ईस्टर्न घाट्स. इट्स पार्ट ऑफ ईस्टर्न घाट्स, गरजात हिल्स टू जवादी शेवरॉय उधर तक. ओके, या इट्स पार्ट ऑफ ईस्टर्न घाट्स. ओके, या सो ये हो गया. Clear with this? Now, see, what I'm trying to tell you here is, basically, when you look at this, see, here you have first basic thing मैं बता देता हूँ आपको, उसके बाद आपको समझ में आएगा. See, this will be tropical. Okay, this will be tropical. This will be temperate. Okay. And this will be basically like something like alpine. and this will be snow cover. Is that clear? So basically you can see, so basically what you can see is, alpine थोड़ा सा ऊपर होता है, इधर conifers होता है, ठीक है? Conifers, alpine and snow cover, ठीक है? So basically क्या होता है, देखो यही बताया मैंने. So this is tropical, subtropical, okay? This is tropical and subtropical. इसके बाद आप देखेगा तो like you will see temperate, okay? Temperate and conifers will be there up till here. See up till here almost temperate and conifers. इसके ऊपर आपका alpine meadows है, ठीक है? So alpine meadows का मतलब यह है, अभी पहलगाम था, पहलगाम has a grassland, that's the alpine meadows, okay? So मर्ग पता है, मर्ग, गुलमर्ग, सोनमर्ग, okay? That is actually alpine grasslands, okay? So that is what you can see, and उससे नीचे conifer forest होता है, 2000 meters से above conifers मिलता है, okay? Temperate deciduous भी मिलता है. Is that clear? Temperate deciduous from 2000 to 2500 you can say, and 2500 to 3500 you have the conifers, okay? उसके बाद alpine, उसके बाद snow. Is this clear? So this is how it is vertically distinguished, okay? So as you go up the altitude, the amount of oxygen reduces, the amount of water vapor also reduces, okay? So the temperature also reduces. These are the limiting factors. Environment में आप पढ़ा होगा, right? Abiotic factors as limiting factors, okay? यही होता है limiting factors. समझ में आए? Okay? Did you understand this much? Clear with this, everyone? Okay? So now if you look at basically here, there is like temperate grasslands even in the southern part of India, Nilgiris, okay? उसको बोलते हैं shola grasslands, okay? The shola grasslands is basically the temperate grasslands, okay? So tropical country है, southern part तो मतलब proper tropical region में आता है, फिर भी हमारा temperate grasslands है, okay? Because of altitude, Nilgiris में, okay? That is called shola grasslands, and you can see 1500 meters से ऊपर it is found in the Nilgiris, okay? So what you can see is basically Nilgiris की साथ साथ उधर आपका Palani Hills है, okay? And also there is something called as Annamalai Hills, okay? Palani Hills and Annamalai Hills also has this. Is this clear? And very simply, if you look at this basically here, these grasslands has one specific kind of a flower which blooms once in 12 years. Nilkurunji, okay? Nilgiris is named after it. Is that clear? So Nilgiris is actually named after it, so you can see that. And along with that, you can find some mosses and lichens also in that region, okay? Mosses and lichens are also found. They are actually in the higher altitude, generally it is found, okay? So ये होता है, and yeah, so this is something that you can actually look at. समझ में आया इतना? Okay? This is altitudinal distribution. Clear with this? Okay? Yeah. So now, apart from that, coastal में भी हमारा vegetation है, right? Mangrove vegetation. Okay, mangroves are called halophytes. What do you mean by halophytes? Salt tolerating species. Okay, so I'll give you one statement, you tell me right or wrong. These halophytes, mangrove forests, are found distributed in the intertidal zones. Are found distributed in the intertidal zones. Okay, that's the first statement. How many of you feel true? Okay, only one person, 2, 3, huh? Okay. False? Anybody false and do not know? Okay, fine. Chalo, second statement. Mangroves are found in all the states of India. Chalo, I'll refine this statement again. Mangroves are found in all the coastal states of India. No. Mangroves are found, mangrove vegetation is found in all the coastal states of India. True. Okay, one person. True. False? Everyone? Okay. हाँ, देखो. India yearbook पता है? India yearbook. हाँ? हाँ, कौन publish करते हैं इसको? Information and Broadcasting Ministry है ना, government source है. उसमें जाके पढ़ लो एक बार, उसमें फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट जो दिया है ना, इट इज फाउंड इन ऑल द कोस्टल यूटीज एंड स्टेट्स. ऑल, ओके, ऑल द कोस्टल यूटीज एंड स्टेट्स. यस, यस, ठीक है. सो इट इज देयर, ठीक है. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो हाँ, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट सही है. ओके, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इंटरटाइडल जोन. इंटरटाइडल जोन क्या होता है? व्हाट इज इंटरटाइडल जोन? बिटवीन हाई टाइड एंड लो टाइड. ओके, बिटवीन हाई टाइड एंड लो टाइड. ठीक है, समझ में आया? देखो, टाइड्स का सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन दे देता हूं आपको, बहुत सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन. यू थिंक दिस इज अ टैंक. क्लियर विद दिस? सिंपल. ओके, दैट्स इट. एंड ये क्यों होता है? फोर्सेस ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. मून, सन, अर्थ एंड अर्थ सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स, रोटेशन. हो गया 4 फोर्स. इजी. कौन सा? हाँ, हाई टाइड, लो टाइड. सी सिंपल. व्हेन, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ऐसा सोचो, दिस इज अर्थ, मून इधर है, सन इधर है, दे आर इन स्ट्रेट लाइन, देन इट विल रिजल्ट इन समथिंग कॉल्ड स्प्रिंग टाइड्स. ओके, स्प्रिंग टाइड्स. इनका ग्रेविटेशनल पुल सन, इनका ग्रेविटेशनल पुल मून, दोनों ऐड करके पुल करेगा ना, पानी को खींचेगा ना, राइट? व्हेन इट पुल्स एंड अलोंग विद दैट रोटेशन हो रहा है ना, सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स थ्रोइंग आउट, 3 फोर्सेस आर पुलिंग इट आउट. काउंटर इज बाय बैलेंस. ओके, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी मेंटेन करने के लिए बैलेंस करता है. सो दूसरी साइड भी हाई टाइड आएगा. ओके, ऐसा जब दोनों साइड हाई टाइड आ रहा है, मतलब पानी तो बढ़ गया ना. व्हाट डिड आई से? पानी इधर बढ़ गया तो इधर से निकलेगा, राइट? रिमूव होगा. सो 2 sides, if it is actually high tide, the other 2 sides is low tide. समझ में आया इतना? क्लियर? सिंपल. ओके, व्हेन राइट एंगल पे देखो, अर्थ, मून, सन, राइट एंगल हो गया. ओके, दीज आर कॉल्ड लाइक नीप टाइड्स. ओके, नीप टाइड्स. व्हाई? ये दोनों काउंटर कर रहा है अभी, एक ही साइड ने पुल कर रहा है. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? मून विल पुल दिस साइड, सन विल पुल दिस साइड. ओके, व्हेन दे बोथ आर इन द स्ट्रेट लाइन, बहुत ज्यादा पुल करेगा, अभी कम. गॉट इट? व्हेन दे आर इन राइट एंगल, दे आर कॉल्ड नीप टाइड्स. व्हेन दे आर इन स्ट्रेट लाइन, दे आर कॉल्ड स्प्रिंग टाइड्स. ओके, स्ट्रेट लाइन को सिजगी पोजिशन बोलते हैं. सिजगी, SYZG, ZYG. ओके, सिजगी पोजिशन. ओके, एंड इफ दे आर इन राइट एंगल, इट्स कॉल्ड क्वाड्रेचर पोजिशन. समझ में आया? अंडरस्टूड? ओके, बस ये बेसिक्स है, इसमें ही आपका क्वेश्चन आएगा. ये छोड़ के एब और फ्लो, ये तो बताया मैंने ऑलरेडी. हैव आई टोल्ड यू दिस एब एंड फ्लो? हाइट देखो, ये नॉर्मल सी लाइन, ठीक है? योर साइड इज ओशन, माई साइड इज लैंड, श्योर. ओके, ये हो गया नॉर्मल सी लाइन, नॉर्मल सी लाइन. ओके, व्हेन देयर इज हाई टाइड, पानी इधर तक आएगा, है ना? व्हेन देयर इज लो टाइड, वाटर विल बी देयर. Am I right? So now that is low tide line, this is high tide line, this is normal sea level. Okay, from low tide line to high tide line, when the water increases, isko bolte hai flow or flood. It is flooding or flowing, flow or flood. From high tide, if the water is going down to low tide, reducing, isko bolte hai ebb, EBB. सिंपल. ओके, इतना ही पूछेगा, इतना ही है उसमें. ठीक है, गॉट इट? एंड टाइडल रेंज को बोलते हैं, वो हाई टाइड लाइन और लो टाइड लाइन के बीच में जो एरिया है उसको टाइडल रेंज बोलता है. एंड इट इज देयर यू हैव द मैंग्रोव्स. ओके, इकोटोन. ओके, इकोटोन. इकोटोन मतलब दैट इज द इंटरमीडिएट एरिया बिटवीन 2 इकोसिस्टम्स और 2 बायोम्स. ओके, समझ में आया इतना? ओके, या दैट्स इट. समझ में आया ना? हो सकता है, हो सकता है. वो डायूरनल टाइड ऐसा बहुत ज्यादा, मिक्स टाइड्स वो सेपरेट सेपरेट है. ठीक है, या नाउ. हाँ, yes, I know. That is probably tide only. Yes, it is probably tide. I do not know the exact phenomena, but it is probably tide. Okay, वो जो गोमती रिवर है ना द्वारका के पास, I have seen some documentary, आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया का एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री है द्वारका के बारे में. ओके, उसमें तो उन्होंने बताता है इट इज एक्चुअली द रिवर वाज मोर एक्सटेंसिव. ओके, अभी तो उतना नहीं है बिकॉज द सी लेवल हैज इंक्रीज्ड. Disappeared, हाँ. वो tidal actions, yes. Okay, so that is tidal actions, of course. हाँ हाँ. I know. हाँ, that rocks के बीच में. हाँ हाँ. अच्छा. Tidal only. Most probably tidal only. No, वही बोल रहा हूँ. It is not just one reason. There will be multiple reasons because you are asking me specific place का पूछ रहा है ना. So I have to know that before I tell you something about it. ओके, उस प्लेस के बारे में मतलब देखो, मैं जनरली आई कैन गिव यू द कोस्ट लाइन का आइडियोलॉजी बता सकता है. ओके, बट स्पेसिफिक प्लेस का बोलना है तो आई हैव टू नो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द फिनोमिना दैट यू आर डिस्क्राइबिंग अबाउट द टेम्पल्स, व्हाट यू आर सेइंग ना, द महादेव टेम्पल और द द्वारका नगर और समथिंग लाइक दिस. सो आई नीड टू लुक इन टू इट. ओके, you show me the article, I'll tell you. Okay, yeah. So I just know it vaguely because I have visited those temples, so I know that. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, chalo. Now let's come back to this. When we look at the mangroves, right? Mangroves India में densest कहाँ पे है? Sundarbans. Okay, उधर trees का नाम क्या है? Sundari trees. Okay, so 42% of India's cover is over there. ठीक है? Almost 42%. World's largest mangrove contiguous zone of mangroves, world's largest concentration एक ही place में वही है. Is that clear? Okay, and apart from that, second largest mangrove ecosystem कहाँ पे है इंडिया में? भितरकनिका. Okay, भितरकनिका has it. Okay, and भितरकनिका कहाँ पे है? Odisha. Which is the important species there? Olive ridley turtles and also घड़ियाल. घड़ियाल पता है? घड़ियाल. पूछ के बता दे तो. नहीं, एक्चुअली मेरे को जनरली दे गो फॉर मास नेस्टिंग व्हेन वी से अरीबाडा जो बोलते हैं ना, उसमें तो ऐसा ही होता है, एक तो उतना ज़्यादा एग्स लेकर चले जाते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज द थिंग. ओके, डोंट वरी अबाउट द नंबर्स. ओके, या, सो ये हो गया इतना. ओके, नेक्स्ट, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट देखो, मेरे को कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजीज इसके बारे में बात करना है. व्हाट इज न्यूमेटोफोर? न्यूमेटोफोर सुना है? न्यूमेटोफोर्स, हाँ. नो, दैट इज सॉल्ट सेक्रेटिंग ग्लैंड्स ऑफ द लीव्स. ओके, हाँ, यस. देखो, सॉइल इज सॉइल इज एक्चुअली मच हाइड्रिक. ओके, वाटर सैचुरेटेड. उसकी वजह से उसमें ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिलता है. So because there is no oxygen, what happens is it is anoxic or hypoxic condition. Anoxic, no oxygen. Hypoxic, less oxygen condition. Roots actually respire. Okay, so इनको oxygen चाहिए. So जो roots ऐसा जाएगा नीचे, like let us say this is the floor. Roots actually generally grow down, right? When they grow down, they have to go deeper. But they don't go deeper, they come out like this. And they'll point out like needles. ऐसा spikes जैसा आ जाता है. Okay, like from the surface they come up like spikes. Okay, so that is pneumatophores. Why? They want breathing and hydric soil mein nahi hoga. Okay, that is one thing. Second adaptation is they have the root system like stilt roots and prop roots. Matlab shoot system, even the shoot system has not ended, even before reaching the soil only they will develop the roots. Is that clear? And inka roots jo hota hai, it will grow horizontally. Okay, it will grow horizontally under the soil because it needs to hold itself against the tidal intrusions, coastal waves and like tsunami जो भी है, उसकी वजह से उन root system को बोलते हैं buttress. Okay, buttress root system. समझ में आया? Pneumatophores, stilt roots, prop roots are for oxygen. Buttress is to overcome the ocean intrusions and all those. हाँ. Root ही ऊपर आएगा. I'll show you that picture. इंटरनेट नहीं है क्या इसमें? This is the one. Okay, you can see this. This is pneumatophores. Okay, this is how the roots come up. ऐसा देखो. Got it? This is how the roots are. Okay, yeah. Stem. हाँ? Stem तो है ना? देखो इधर. Shoot system तो है इधर ऊपर. Okay, shoot system तो है. Shoot system के बाद ही वो होता है. ठीक है? So that's how it is. See, got it? Clear with this? Okay, yeah. So, हाँ. वो भी prop roots है. Yes, वो भी prop roots. उसको prop roots बोलता है. Prop roots are different. Still, these pneumatophores are different. Pneumatophores और एक मिनट रुको मैं बता देता हूँ. हाँ ये देखो. इसको stilt roots बोलते हैं. Stilt and prop roots. ये अलग है. These are not pneumatophores. ये shoot system से ही grow हो रहा है. Got it? Differences ये है because of the aeration. Okay, ये देखो soil देखो, समझ में आ रहा है ना? Okay, that's the thing. And ये viviparous होता है, viviparous. Viviparous का meaning क्या है? Generally, seed will fall onto the soil and germinate. इधर soil में oxygen नहीं है, कहाँ से germination होगा? So it will germinate on the tree and then the sapling falls down. इसको viviparous बोलता है. Got it? It is viviparous. And it is salt tolerant, I told you. And as he said, it is also having the salt secreting glands. Okay, so that is stomata will be deep sunken because it should not lose the water. Okay, ये सब कुछ होता है, ठीक है? So this is something that you can actually look at, and this is in the coastal areas. Got it? This is the mangrove vegetation actually. Okay, so now ये तो बेसिक है, ये तो बेसिक है. एंड ट्रॉपिकल रीजन्स में, सिर्फ ट्रॉपिकल रीजन्स में ही होता है मैंग्रोव वेजिटेशन. ओनली ट्रॉपिक्स, बिकॉज इट नीड्स सो मच एनर्जी टू कंजर्व द वाटर. ओके, टू कंजर्व द वाटर, बिकॉज ये जो ग्रो होता है ना, इट इज सॉल्ट, मतलब सॉल्ट वाटर्स में ग्रो होता है. उसकी वजह से टू कंजर्व वाटर इन सच कंडीशंस इट इज पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन सनलाइट इज देयर. ओके, सो उनका अडेप्टेशंस भी है. आई टोल्ड यू संकन स्टोमेटा, एवापोट्रांसपिरेशन कम होगा. ओके, सॉल्ट सेक्रेटिंग ग्लैंड्स, ये सब कुछ है. ओके, सो ट्रॉपिकल मैंग्रोव्स विल ओनली बी इन ट्रॉपिक्स, नोवेयर एल्स. ओके, ट्रॉपिक्स मैक्स टू मैक्स सब ट्रॉपिक्स, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं होता. गॉट इट? क्लियर विद दिस? या. नाउ apart from this, yeah, this is something you had to know. And yeah, we have seen the vegetation across India, across altitude of India, and we have seen the vegetation of the coastal areas also. ठीक है? I'm just doing it briefly. I'm not going into depth. Okay, because foundation class में तो हर चीज़ हम depth में जाएगा. But here I have to cover majority of the things, and I'm assuming, I told you, as I told you in the first class, I'm assuming you have all done the basics already. Okay, so उसकी वजह से, ठीक है? इतना तो हो गया. Got it? Okay, next. Now, with this, we will go to the next topic now, wet paradox. Have you heard of wet paradox? No? Wet paradox? Huh? No? Anyone? Newspaper नहीं पढ़ना है? नहीं पढ़ते? You don't read? पढ़ते? पक्का? UPSC एस्पिरेंट्स का बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज यही है, टू रीड द न्यूज़पेपर्स. right? So there is a concept called wet paradox. Okay, so when we speak about this concept called wet paradox, abhi jab maine, I will explain this topic, you will know it. Okay, because you do not know the concept but you know what is it. Okay, I'll tell you that. देखो, ये climate change की वजह से you must have heard snowfall in Sahara desert. सुना है ना? So what you can see is basically here, like if you look at this wet paradox in the context of India also, if you see, because of the climate change, you can actually see Thar desert like places, regions are getting good amount of moisture. Is that clear? So basically when you look at this here, arid areas like Thar desert, Sahara desert, Okavango swamps, okay, ये सब कुछ places जो है, okay, इस regions में आप देख सकते हैं there is increased erratic sudden outburst of rainfall. मतलब drizzle नहीं होगा, okay, cloud burst होगा, okay, short duration, बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश. कौन सा cloud? Cumulonimbus. Okay, so drizzle, which cloud? Drizzle is associated with nimbostratus. Are there any other clouds that can bear rain? Cotton. Those are the two. Okay, apart from that, in the concepts only, there is one more thing called pyrocumulonimbus. Suna hai? Okay, that is when condition like forest fires like Australian bushfire hua tha na, in such conditions what happens is you can see that there is greater amount of, like, what do you call it as, the heat that is generated, smoke, dust particles, matlab wo ash particles, and also there is also moisture. Is that clear? So ये सब कुछ जब ऊपर चले जाएगा, it starts forming a cumulonimbus. Okay, नीचे forest fire में the temperature would be almost 800 degrees Celsius. ये ऑस्ट्रेलियन बुश फायर्स में हुआ था, ठीक है? So 800 degrees Celsius. When they grow like this, because of the wind system and all, they grow like this. Forest fire इधर हो रहा है, ऐसा grow करेगा. Okay, this is pyrocumulonimbus. When they grow like this, okay, now what happens is it shall result in formation of pyrocumulonimbus. मतलब it is a towering cloud. Okay, and इनका rainfall इधर से grow होता है ना ऐसा, इनका rainfall इधर होगा. Got it? समझ में आया? Okay. Here there is forest fire. I'll show you the picture. ये तो actual picture है pyrocumulonimbus का. Is that clear? This is an actual picture, but I'll show you. ये देखो, इसमें क्या होता है? See, this is actually from Australian website only. ठीक है? So Commonwealth of Australia, Bureau of Meteorology, government website का है. ठीक है? See, when there is intense forest fire, इनका temperature बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. ये smoke plume जो होता है, it actually takes the smoke, ash content, moisture, okay, ये सब कुछ लेकर जाएगा ऊपर. And it forms the cumulonimbus like this. Okay, and इनका बारिश कहाँ होता है? इधर होगा तो ये कंट्रोल पे आ जाएगा, but इधर होता है. Okay, they will ask you the pyrocumulonimbus to form requires intense low pressure that is created by forest fires. Yes, low pressure मतलब 800 degree Celsius है तो low pressure ही है ना. Got it? Okay, second thing. Now they will ask you pyrocumulonimbus, instead of suppressing the forest fire, will actually exaggerate the forest fire by initiating it elsewhere. Yes, lightning. समझ में आया? So lightning will happen somewhere else, so it will result in ignition here. So forest fire expansion होगा इससे. ये pyrocumulonimbus है. So three types of rain bearing clouds. Cumulonimbus, उसमें variant pyrocumulonimbus, and third one nimbostratus. Okay, cirrus cloud is not there. Okay, Columbus नहीं है, cumulonimbus. ये हाई एल्टीट्यूड नहीं है, ये टावरिंग क्लाउड होता है क्योंकि इनका एक्सटेंस जनरली, फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस, आई एम स्पीकिंग अबाउट क्यूमुलोनिम्बस, उनका एक्सटेंस कितना होता है? ऑलमोस्ट 4000 मीटर्स, सॉरी 4000 फीट से 50,000 फीट तक जाएगा वो, 30 to 40,000 फीट तो जाएगा मिनिमम। ओके, सो वो लो एल्टीट्यूड, मिड एल्टीट्यूड, हाई एल्टीट्यूड तीनों में रहता है, ठीक है। सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर क्यूमुलोनिम्बस। ओके, वो कल मैंने दिखाया ना ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन्स का, वही है वो। ओके, समझ में आया एवरीबडी? ओके, सो नेक्स्ट, now when we look at this, yeah, we'll come back to that concept we were looking at, wet paradox. Okay, so when we look at this, the dry arid areas, when they start experiencing very good amount of rainfall, and it's a cloud burst kind, okay, and it's an erratic rainfall. ऐसा आप predict नहीं कर सकते आज आएगा कल आ जाएगा, ऐसा no, okay, it's erratic. Is that clear? And now ये देखो, like for example, generally they should be suffering with extreme, like you know, drought conditions. ये बारिश के बाद भी वो drought condition suffer करेगा, क्यों? Can somebody give me the logic? That's why we are using paradox. हाँ, exactly. Since it is sudden rain, as he said, it will actually flow rather than absorb. It's not going to recharge the groundwater. It's going to take away the soil. Soil degradation, soil erosion. समझ में आया? Tons of soil will be lost. Okay, so यही होता है, and like what you can see is basically you can observe there still will be water scarcity because soil पे जब moisture है थोड़ा सा, then heating will actually intensify the dryness, बहुत ज़्यादा extract कर लेता है। Got it? So और ज़्यादा heat stress लगेगा उस region में। Got it? और ज़्यादा heat stress लगेगा उस region में, and there will be, this is like soil absorption is very poor, okay, and these flash floods will actually be responsible for even more drier spells. समझ में आ रहा है मेरा बात? Okay, so that is what you can actually look at, and apart from that देखो, ये कुछ places में, in some places because of these rainfall there will be some amount of change in the greenery pattern. Okay, थोड़ा सा, like little bit more greenery can be seen, green patches can be seen, and also where there you have this green patches, okay, there you can also see little bit of water, like you know, scarcity situation being suppressed little bit, but that's not general. Got it? But that's not general. So what you can see is environmental instability बढ़ रहा है, इससे कम तो नहीं हो रहा है। Got it? Did you get this? Okay, that is something you can see. So मतलब, why do we call it a paradox mechanism? That is something we have to know. We'll call it as a paradox mechanism because the rainfall is high intensity. Okay, prelims point. Rainfall is high intensity for short duration. Okay, and secondly, इसकी वजह से surface runoff ज़्यादा है and flash flood conditions होता है, water is not recharging the ground. Is that clear? Water is not, I mean it is not recharging the groundwater. ठीक है? समझ में आया? Next, apart from that, इसकी वजह से soil degradation बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. Is that clear? Now, where would you put this soil degradation? Is it natural or anthropogenic? Natural or anthropogenic? Okay, why natural? It is happening because of rainfall. कौन सा rainfall? Erratic rainfall. क्यों हो रहा है? Global climate change की वजह से. Global climate change क्यों हो रहा है? Got it. Okay, समझ में आया? Okay, yeah. So now can I say, now when the soil is having little bit of moisture than पहले, than before, okay, what you can see is here the warm climatic conditions will actually absorb more heat. Am I right? When it starts to absorb more heat, मतलब rapid drying of the soil will happen. Yes or no? Rapid drying of the soil. मतलब इसमें एक चीज है that is called capillary action. Capillary action क्या होता है? Suppose I have a straw. Okay, the fluid goes against the gravity, na? Why? I create that suction pressure. Correct? Yes or no? So that is capillary action. Okay. Now soil को heat कर लेता है. Okay. Evaporation will happen, and when the evaporation happens, the space is now empty. Still, it is pulling up. Okay. When it is pulling up, what you see is the water which is in the subsurface, it will come up. Okay. When it comes up, now it comes with the salts that you have already put इन द नेम ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर जो भी है, ओके यू हैव पुट, ये सॉल्ट्स के साथ बाहर आएगा. सॉल्ट्स तो एवोपरेशन नहीं हो सकता है ना, सॉल्ट सरफेस पे आ गया, वाटर चले जाएगा, सॉल्ट पैन फॉर्मेशन. पंजाब, हरियाणा एंड वेस्टर्न यूपी. एक रीजन्स कौन सा है? ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन एरिया. ओके, ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन एरिया. Land of green revolution area is degrading, soil degradation, anthropogenic activities, faulty agricultural practices. समझ में आया इतना? ओके, नेचुरली भी हो सकता है, राजस्थान में होगा. ओके, एरिड सेमी एरिड रीजन्स में होता है, नेचुरली होता है. गॉट इट? ओके, डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? नाउ कैन आई से ये वेट पैराडॉक्स सिचुएशन में और ज्यादा होगा? गॉट इट? सिंपल, soil degradation. Did you understand? In this concept, I am teaching you the concept of soil degradation also. Is that clear? Soil degradation का मतलब very layman terms में बता देता हूँ. When the ecological productivity of the soil ecosystem falls, it is soil degradation. What is productivity? The amount of biomass that is generated in that ecosystem is called productivity. Okay. Now there are plants and trees. Biomass मतलब जितना वो कार्बोहाइड्रेट वगैरह बनाता है ना, उसको बायोमास बोलता है. इज दैट क्लियर? सो व्हेन दैट एबिलिटी फॉल्स, दैट इज डिग्रेडेशन, इकोलॉजिकल डिग्रेडेशन. डिड यू गेट दिस? ओके, सॉइल डिग्रेडेशन हैपेंस ड्यू टू सॉइल एरोजन, ड्यू टू like these faulty agricultural activities and all these things. Got it? Clear with this? Next, apart from this, so now when you look at this, because of that rapid drying of the soil na, क्या होता है? Like you can see there is the warm climate that you can see. And अभी सोचो और एक बात, moisture, atmosphere, water vapor. Yes or no? Evaporated moisture in atmosphere is water vapor, humidity. It is a greenhouse gas. हो गया ना? और बढ़ेगा heat waves. Got it? Did you understand this? उसका thin line of difference है, वो आगे पढ़ते हैं. We'll study it again. Okay? So now, so what are the reasons for this wet paradox? First, climate change and global warming. Okay? Climate change and global warming, where you can see that regional level climate change is occurring today. Okay? And you can see that there is moisture level that is differing. And because of this, you can see that precipitation pattern is changing. Okay, where it has to rain, it's not raining. Okay, that's why it is called drying agricultural bowls in India. Okay, this agriculture, Indo-Gangetic plains, idhar barish nahi ho raha hai. That is drying agricultural bowls. And Thar desert mein barish ho raha hai. That is wet paradox. They'll ask you these questions. Come again, come again. Active western disturbances is actually the temperate cyclones that occurs between somewhere October to February. Okay, but मैंने क्या बोला था? Erratic है ये. हाँ, मैं इसके बारे में तो मैं बिल्कुल time period नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, yeah. So हो गया इतना? Got it? And apart from this, vegetation change जो होता है ना इस type of बारिश की वजह से, so what you can see is there is unplanned greening that is happening in the arid and semi-arid areas. Okay, and that is also changing the agricultural pattern that is actually adopted since ages in the arid and semi-arid areas. Okay, so what you can see is here the microclimate will change. देखो, when vegetation is there, there is more of humidity. Right? Evapotranspiration की वजह से. Okay, such humidity that you see because of the evapotranspiration will do cooling effect. Okay, will actually do the cooling effect क्योंकि canopy है नीचे आपका. Okay, below the canopy it will be cooling effect. Okay, did you understand this? Yes or no? Is it confusing? Anybody? Easy? Okay, yeah. So this is what you can actually see. And now if you look at this here, what is the environmental and social impact of this? When we look at the environmental and social impact, wet phase. During the wet phase, what happens is there is flooding, soil erosion, loss of soil तो बता दिया, soil erosion, and damage to infrastructure. Okay, एक simple example बताता हूँ. दुबई में floods हुआ था ना एक बार. इतना बढ़िया infrastructure है ना उनके पास. But then why actually their airports, everything collapsed? Because always the infrastructure that is made according to the climate of that place. ठीक है? आप केरला, कर्नाटका, कोस्टल रीजन में जाओ और लाइक वेस्टर्न घाट्स रीजन में जाओ, आपका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऐसा होता है दैट इज देयर टू स्टॉप द अक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ वाटर. ऐसा स्लोपिंग होता है और घर के बीच में एक ओपन होता है, खुला होता है, ऊपर से पानी आता है और नीचे they'll collect it. ऐसा घर होता है. Okay, you go to places like Chandigarh, you have more ventilation wala types of home. Okay, they'll keep like normal wall also, there will be small ventilation holes. Okay, ऐसा होता है. So basically you go to deserts, mud houses, है ना? So it is environmentally determined. So now ऐसा infrastructures में suddenly आपका microclimate ही change हो गया तो infrastructure, got it? यही है. And secondly, during the dry phases, now what happens is basically you'll come up with something called as the agricultural failures. You are not growing the old crop which was suitable there. You are growing that new crop and there is no water. Okay, there is no certainty of water. समझ में आया? That is the environmental and social impact. Got it? So because we were discussing about the heat waves there, I am taking you to the next topic, that is heat waves. Okay, heat waves का definition क्या होता है? IMD एक definition दिया है. According to IMD, I am telling you. Oh, right. उसका तो जरूरत नहीं है. I'll give you. Don't worry about it. Okay, इसका तो जरूरत नहीं है. हाँ, यही है. यही है. Okay, so. Any which ways, see, when my opinion is always don't look at anything that is there. Okay, when you are learning, na, see, teaching is a skill, it's an art. Okay, it's not reading on the board. There's a lot of difference. Okay, so you have to gain like complete ears on the person who is teaching you, and then later on when you go back and read it, that's the efficient revision. Okay, so I use more of like images to make you understand, but I don't use PPTs and all. Okay, I'm not presenting ये क्या engineering का presentations होते ना, ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैंने. ठीक है? So any which ways, listen to me and eventually I'll show you, I'll give you this handout. Don't worry, I'll give you this handout. Okay, yeah. Heat waves क्या होता है? Heat waves सबको क्या पता है? Normal से 4 to 6 degrees ज़्यादा हो गया तो उसको heat waves बोलते हैं. Correct? Normal temperature से ज़्यादा हो गया तो heat waves बोलते हैं. But IMD does not say that. Okay, IMD has variations in the definition. Not just that I'm saying. Okay, देखो, IMD as well as IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, इन दोनों की context में मैं लेकर आया हूँ heat wave का definition. Whenever along the plains, okay, whenever along the plains, if you have the maximum temperature reaching 40 degrees Celsius and more, okay, reaching 40 degrees and more. Coastal areas 37 degrees and more. Okay, hill stations 30 degrees and more. Plain areas 40 degrees से ज़्यादा. Coastal areas 37 and more. Hill stations 30 and more. In such conditions, the first criteria of calling it heat waves. Second criteria, when the normal temperature is X, every year, that particular month, that particular week, the temperature range is X degrees Celsius. But abhi kya ho gaya? That increases 4.5 degrees Celsius to 6.4 degrees Celsius. Okay, increases 4.5 degrees to 6.4 degrees Celsius. Increase hua hai. Okay, and also actual temperature आप जो देख रहा है, it should be at least greater than 45 degrees Celsius or equal to 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, in such conditions also you can call it as heat waves. Did you understand? Did you understand this? Okay, now these, if they are prolongedly applied for 2 days or more, okay, 2 days or more, then it is a heat wave. 3 conditions. Again, we'll revise. 3 conditions. Tell me the first condition. Plain area 40 plus. Coastal area 37 plus. Hilly station 30 plus. ये हो गया. Second one, what is the range of increase than actual? 4.5 to 6.4. And third one, more than 2 days. Clear? बस ये होता है. समझ में आया ना अभी? Yes or no? Okay. Now, see, this is heat waves. Okay, this is heat waves. Now, I'll tell you one simple thing now. One example मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Delhi. Okay, Delhi, every summers you see that, especially around April, May, you'll see that the concept of heat waves coming in newspaper. Right? इसका मतलब क्या है? Around April, let us say, Delhi should experience 40 degrees Celsius, but it is experiencing 45. Okay, point number 1, 40 से ऊपर हो गया plain area. Point number 2, 4.5 degrees से 6.4 degrees से बीच में है. Yes or no? And 2 days and more. 2 days or more. हो गया heat wave. समझ में आया? Okay, उल्टा कर लो cold wave. Okay, okay. So this is something that you have to know. Okay, next. ये हो गया इतना. Coastal region का एक example बताता हूँ. 37 degrees से ज़्यादा हो गया. Okay, let us say like it is 41.5. Is that clear? Or 42 degrees Celsius, Chennai. Now what happens there? Because it's coastal area, much of evaporation will occur. When there is much of evaporation, water vapor is a greenhouse gas. और बढ़ेगा heat. Okay, रात में भी temperature कम नहीं होगा क्योंकि the outgoing terrestrial radiation is trapped by the greenhouse gas. Got it? So night is also a hell in terms of temperature. Did you understand? This is a cyclic process. Did you get this? Okay, so this is something that you have to know. Next, now IPCC 6th assessment report, okay, has identified that there are simultaneous heat waves as well as droughts. ठीक है? Heat waves और droughts दोनों simultaneous में हो रहा है. इसको IPCC ने बोला है compound extreme events. Okay, compound extreme events. So now when like generally what is compound extreme events? When 2 or more climate induced hazards are occurring simultaneously. Okay, now for example you can say like for example cloudburst and floods. Okay, droughts because of the extreme heat waves. समझ में आ रहा है? When 2 or more climate induced, okay, hazards occur simultaneously, उसको बोलते हैं compound extreme events. This is important. Is that clear? Let anybody write, like generally in the question if it comes, what is compound extreme events? They give you one statement. You have to know this. Is that clear? Okay, next. So now what happens is basically here, like IPCC क्या बोला है compound extreme events के बारे में? Point number 1, it has said the frequency of them and the probability of compound extreme events has increased. Okay, frequency of their occurrence and probability of their occurrence has increased. Probability मतलब क्या है? What is the chances that it can occur? Frequency का मतलब क्या है? How many times it occurs in a defined period of time. ठीक है? So ये दोनों increase हुआ है. So basically since 1950s we have been looking at increased temperature. Okay, global warming. अभी तो global warming नहीं है, global boiling. Okay, so basically now the global temperature rise has resulted in looking at these increased frequency and probability. Second one, there is also something called as atmospheric evaporative demand. Okay, so when the temperature rises, atmospheric evaporative demand will increase. Is that clear? Now, when the temperature rises, atmospheric evaporative demand will increase. So, what is atmospheric evaporative demand? Dekho, like it is basically, we can actually call it as potential evapotranspiration. Matlab, hawa hai na, right? Hawa has, the atmosphere has thirst. Okay, okay. So now the maximum amount of water it can evaporate and consume into the atmosphere. That is atmospheric evaporative demand. Did you understand? Should I repeat? Okay. I am feeling thirsty. I can drink 2 bottles of water. You are feeling thirsty. You can drink 1 bottle of water. Or he is feeling thirsty. He can drink 3 bottles of water. है ना? Atmosphere feels thirsty. Where does it get the water from? Evaporation. Okay. So maximum कितना वो ले सकता है? How much it could evaporate from the surfaces? okay, from the surfaces, that is actually under the atmospheric conditions. समझ में आ रहा है? Like see, you go to polar areas, the atmospheric evaporative demand is less. This is prelims question. Okay, atmospheric evaporative demand is less in the polar areas. Tropical areas में ज़्यादा है. Got it? Did you understand this? Okay, so when you look at this, it is based on the atmospheric conditions. मतलब temperature कितना है और humidity कितना है. Now tropical areas versus equatorial areas. Equatorial में कम होता है atmospheric evaporative demand क्योंकि it is already moist. Relative humidity is more than 80%. Deserts में ज़्यादा होता है. Got it? Okay, so now that is something you can see. Now, like assuming there is unlimited supply of water, how much is the amount of water it can evaporate? Okay, that is atmospheric evaporative demand. Now, when you look at this, temperature जब भी ज़्यादा होता है, temperature is a atmospheric condition. So when temperature increases, AED will increase. Did you get this? So now that means when AED increases, it is drying out the soil. Yes or no? When it dries out the soil, what is it called? Droughts. Right? Droughts. So now droughts हो गया. समझ में आया? How heat waves and droughts are interlinked. That's what we are looking at, compound extreme events. Did you understand this? Okay. Yeah. So this is something you can see. India में कहाँ होता है? Where do you see in India? समझ में आया? Okay. So this is one region. Okay. So basically in India, mostly you will see in north central region, north central east region में, northwestern region, and also like, okay, northwestern and western region. Western region, northwestern region, north central region. समझ में आया? इसी region में होता है ज़्यादा. Got it? Easy with this? Okay. Next. So basically, this is something that you should be aware of when we speak about the compound extreme events. Did you understand? Okay. Next. Apart from this, IPCC report में South Asia को highlight कर दिया. Okay. It says most vulnerable regions में India is one of it. Okay. Vulnerability कैसे increase हो रहा है? एक तो geography, less rainfall region and high temperature region. ठीक है? दूसरा क्या है? Population. Okay. Hazard turns into disaster when population is more. Got it? इस region में population वैसे भी ज़्यादा है. Am I right? Did you understand this? Okay. So this is the thing. So now इससे क्या होता है? What is the impact on India? First, agriculture. Okay, agricultural massive crop production losses will be there and mortality rate of the crops. I mean mortality rate नहीं बोल सकते, मतलब death of the trees and all these will be more. Okay, tree mortality बोलते हैं उसको. Okay, and economy wise you can see approximately IPCC says 101 billion labor hours will be lost. 101 billion. 1 billion is 1 crore or 100 crores. Yeah, 100 crores. Okay, so 101 billion hours of labor hours will be lost. Okay, that is one more thing. And thirdly, of course, ज़्यादा heat होगा तो mortality, morbidity भी बढ़ेगा. Yes or no? Mortality and morbidity will also increase. Ecosystem wise, high probability for forest fires. Yes or no? Yes. So these are frequent wildfires and forest fires will be common. Got it? Yes. Next. Now, ये हो गया heat waves and compound extreme events. Clear with this? Then we'll go with the next one. The next topic that we have to look at is the geodiplomacy. Okay, the water diplomacy, let us call it as. Okay, the hydro diplomacy. So now there I have chosen two topics only. One is Indus Water Treaty. Okay, the other one is Mekong-Ganga Cooperation. So when you look at this Indus Water Treaty, it is actually a bilateral conflict management mechanism. Okay, so where you can see with Pakistan we have this, and specifically if you look at this here, in 1960s, who brokered this agreement? World Bank. In 1960s, Indus Water Treaty was brokered by World Bank. Point number one, prelims. Okay, and very importantly here, basically, matlab this was seen as one of the important water sharing agreements. Okay, that is what you can see, because this has survived several multiple wars. This is what the global community says. Okay, is that clear? But otherwise, if you see here, river allocation, you can see eastern rivers are given to India, western rivers are given to Pakistan. Okay? So you can see IJC RBS. Okay, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, Sutlej. Indus, Jhelum, Chenab was given to Pakistan. Ravi, Bias, Sutlej was given to India. Today all of it India. Is that clear? Yeah, of course. Today, because the Indus Water Treaty stands abeyant. Okay, it's no more applicable. So everything belongs to India. Okay, so so basically what you can see is here, one important factor that you need to know for prelims, these IJC, I guess you are getting what I'm pointing out, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab. These rivers, इसके ऊपर limited rights तो India को था, that is called non-consumptive uses. ओके मतलब कुछ डोमेस्टिक नीड्स के लिए और रन ऑफ द रिवर हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए. रन ऑफ द रिवर का मतलब क्या होता है? ये तो रिवर है, ठीक है, हम डैम कंस्ट्रक्ट करके पानी को रोक के वी आर डूइंग द लाइक यू नो हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक और इरिगेशन प्रॉपर्टीज. दैट्स नॉट रन ऑफ द रिवर. ओके, ये पानी चैनल है, दिस इज द रिवर चैनल, यू आर ड्रॉइंग अ स्मॉल चैनल असाइड, you are putting the turbines or whatever you want to put, and you are not storing the water, and you are letting the water go back. Kishan Ganga project, that is what we did. But you know Pakistan is notorious, so keeping that they went to court for arbitration. Is that clear? But court ruled in favor of India because it was a run of the river project. Samajh mein aaya? Okay, so now what you can see is basically here, since 2023 there had been some changes. In 2023, small changes that was announced was India actually issued a formal notice to Pakistan to amend its behavior actually with respect to the treaty. Okay, because they have outdated nature of behavior, and also they have this sort of what is called as intransigence. Okay, matlab they do not want to accept. Okay, they actually do not want to accept that it is according to the rules. They don't want to change their stands. Okay, so that is what you can see. So technical designs को इन्होंने accept नहीं किया था किशन गंगा project का. Okay, so 2023 में हम formal notice दिया था modification के लिए. Okay, and 2025 April we suspended Indus Water Treaty. Is that clear? 2025 April we suspended it on the grounds of Pahalgam terror attacks. Is that clear? So we did that justice by suspending it. Okay, so on the grounds, of course, cooperation is not required when they are actually harming the national security, right? So there is no point of linking water cooperation there. Okay, that's the simple stand. Okay, so now under this, what you have to know, the dispute resolution mechanism had 3-tier process. Okay, first one is a permanent Indus Commission. Okay, it's a bilateral discussion committee. Okay, वो permanent Indus Commission, like both the countries members will sit together and they will discuss on the topic. Okay, the second one is neutral expert. Generally, neutral expert is appointed by World Bank for any differences to be sorted out. Is that clear? So third one is the court of arbitration. Like मैंने बताया ना किशन गंगा, इसके बारे में इन्होंने गया था कंप्लेंट करने के लिए, केस फाइल करने के लिए, वही है कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन विल लुक इनटू लीगल डिस्प्यूट्स. डिड यू गेट दिस? सो दिस इज व्हाट दे कैन आस्क यू. इज दैट क्लियर? दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव पुट दिस इनटू द कंसीडरेशन हियर. गॉट इट? या. अभी सस्पेंशन की बात. ओके, सो इंडिया हैज बीन लुकिंग फॉर पैरेलल प्रोसीडिंग्स. But Pakistan has already reached for the neutral expert. Who appoints neutral expert? World Bank. Okay, and also they have approached the court of arbitration. Huh? See, you cannot hold it for long time because हमारे पास वो infrastructure ready नहीं है. But we are doing it. Okay, वो उन्होंने रोक लेता है. So, but we have already said that our intention is this. Okay. So now we are stopping it, and when our dams are full, we'll leave. Again we'll stop it. देखो आपको पानी चाहिए, मैंने तो रोक दिया इधर. Okay, yeah. So that is the thing. Got it? समझ में आया इतना? The second one is Mekong Ganga cooperation. So Mekong Ganga cooperation का objective ये है, we have to show the civilizational ties we have with the region. Did you understand? And most importantly here, this was signed in the year 2000 in Vientiane, that is in Lao PDR. Okay, Lao PDR होता है ना, उस country में है. So basically it is a regional linking where you have 5 Asian countries. Laos पता है, Laos का वो region, वो city है, Vientiane. Okay, so that is the thing. So basically here, India plus ASEAN countries, 5 countries. Okay, like Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam. Is that clear? These are the 5 countries. So along with these 5 countries, India is part of it. That is the Mekong Ganga cooperation. ठीक है? So now when you look at this here cooperation सिर्फ पानी के लिए नहीं है, वो regional cooperation and civilizational ties. That means here we focus on several aspects: tourism, culture, education, transport and communications. Okay, so this is the thing. So now we have expanded it into several other aspects like health, okay, traditional medicine, agriculture, water resource management. समझ में आ रहा है? So it's a wide array of, like, you know, what do you say, collaboration. Okay, and you can see India को क्यों important है? Act East policy. Did you get this? India को Act East policy की वजह से we have to sort of deepen our engagements with the eastern countries. Is that clear? And most importantly, this is a counterbalance strategy. आपको string of pearls पता है? इसका counter क्या है इंडिया का? Necklace of diamonds, है ना? Mekong Ganga cooperation is also a counterbalance strategy for China's. No. Huh? No. Lancang Mekong cooperation. Lancang, Lancang, Lancang Mekong cooperation. इसका counterbalance है ये. Is that clear? Lancang Mekong cooperation का counterbalance है Ganga Mekong cooperation. Okay, Mekong Ganga cooperation. Okay, yeah. समझ में आया ना इतना? And under this we have some of the important projects. One is trilateral highway. पता है? India, Myanmar, Thailand. Trilateral highway. That is one of the important one. And second one is Kaladan multimodal project. Okay, वो ocean से connect. Okay, yeah. So that is the thing. समझ में आया? Okay, ocean नहीं, Bay of Bengal से. ठीक है? Yeah. So did you get this? Okay, these are 2 important projects. And you can see either, like, you know, here what you can see is like frequently nahi, annually there is a meeting that is held where India and one of those 5 countries together will co-chair and hold the meeting. Did you get this? Okay, and like they will discuss upon several aspects, like it can be projects, high impact projects, small scale projects, anything like health, rural development, anything. So when I say Mekong Ganga, it's not about the river and only water. That's what I wanted to intend to say. Is that clear? So they look into several other aspects. Like for example, I'll tell you one simple example. Okay, so India has offered Mekong Ganga cooperation scholarships for these 5 Asian countries students to come and pursue studies in Nalanda University. Okay, so like this was in news. So when we say Mekong Ganga cooperation, we don't think about these. उसकी वजह से मैं लेकर आया था ये topic. Is that clear? Got it? Yeah. So this is something that you should know. ठीक है? So now understand this. Mekong Ganga cooperation is a bilateral agreement between India and Asian country. True or false? Again I am telling you. Once again I'll repeat. Mekong Ganga cooperation is a bilateral treaty between India and Asian country. So you should know it's not a bilateral treaty. Indus Water Treaty is a bilateral treaty. This is multilateral treaty. Okay, second one. So you can see socio-economic and cultural integration is part of Mekong Ganga cooperation. Yes. Socio-economic and cultural integration is part of Indus Water Treaty. No. Okay, so basically Indus Water Treaty is solely about or only about the resource allocation and conflict management. Only is there. You have learned from the WhatsApp University, right? Generally only होगा तो आप false लगाना है ना? Okay, I'll repeat it. Indus Water Treaty is the only, is serving only the purpose of resource allocation and the conflict management. Only is there, again think. हाँ, so you should know that only है तो false mark करके नहीं आना है, ठीक है? Did you get this? Yeah, that is the thing, ठीक है? Now, किसका? इंडस का largest tributary, see, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, all of them joins into Chenab, ठीक है? And Beas joins Satluj. Chenab and Beas दोनों join होता है to become Panjnad. ठीक है, समझ में आया? या पंजनाड जॉइंस इंडस. ओके, या सो ये है. गॉट इट एवरीवन? ओके. बोल सकते हैं, हाँ. वी कैन कंसिडर दैट वन. आई हैव नॉट लुक्ड इनटू इट. ओके, या आई नो, अभी जो कंटेक्स्ट में है उसको. Okay, that is what I have taken. Okay, yeah. समझ में आया ना इतना? And one another important thing I wanted to discuss is river linking projects. Okay, I feel this is important. Okay, उसकी वजह से लेकर आए हैं. Okay, river linking projects, if you see, the National River Interlinking Project is the program. Okay, under this program, the initiative wants to connect 37 rivers of India. Is that clear? 37 rivers of India through network of canals, that is 30 canals and 3,000 reservoirs. Okay, they want to connect 37 rivers through 30 canals and 3,000 reservoirs. समझ में आए? Now, when you look at this here, what is the objective? Himalayan rivers are surplus. Okay, peninsular rivers are seasonal and not surplus. Okay, उसके लिए perennial surplus rivers को non-perennial और seasonal peninsular water deficit rivers को connect करने का project है. Is that clear? Okay, so now when you look at this, in Himalayan component, if you see, there is also some other aspects, that is the secondary needs that is fulfilled. Like for example, Kosi river, पता है? Kosi river, Sapt Kosi, it's called. Okay, Kosi river is sorrow of Bihar. Okay, sorrow of Bihar. Why? Flooding. Every monsoon it carries so much of sediments, it floods. Okay, so flooding को control कर सकते हैं ना हम, पानी को divert कर दिया तो canal से, right? So flood control and flood mitigation is one another aspect. Irrigation is one another aspect. So these are some of the goals that could be achieved. Is that clear? So there is a plan to connect Kosi and Mechi river. Okay, Kosi and Mechi river. And there is also Manas river, पता है? Manas. Okay, Manas National Park भी उधर, Manas Tiger Reserve भी उधर है. Okay, Manas river, Sankosh, तीस्ता एंड गंगा चारों को कनेक्ट करने के लिए है. तीस्ता पता है सिक्किम रीजन से स्टार्ट होकर बांग्लादेश में जाएगा. ओके, सो मानस ब्रह्मपुत्र का ट्रिब्यूटरी है. मानस, ये तीस्ता एंड गंगा, इन तीनों को ज्वाइन करने की एक कैनाल है. ओके, डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? ओके, सो लाइक दिस, these are some of the components that you can see in the extra peninsular area. Okay, in peninsular India, if you see, there are 16 links we are looking at in peninsular India, 14 links in extra peninsular India. Okay, ये 16 links में क्या है? We have to transfer the water from Mahanadi to Godavari to Krishna to Penner to Kaveri, not to south. Mahanadi to Godavari to Krishna to Penner to Kaveri. Okay, not to south. Any of these river, is it perennial? Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Penner, Kaveri. Any of these river, is it perennial? Which one? Kaveri is perennial. Why? Why? Quick. क्यों perennial है? Because southwest monsoonal winds will give rainfall. The water is collected. Retreating monsoonal will give rainfall, it is collected. So throughout the year you have water either in the upper tract or in the lower tract, but anywhere on the river Kaveri. That is the only river in peninsular India that is perennial. Did you get this? Okay, yeah. So now when you look at this here further, आपको पता है Ken Betwa link? Okay, so that is India's first major interlinking project. Okay, first major interlinking project. So can be a question in prelims. Okay, so you can see actually Ken से बेटवा को जा रहा है, नहीं तो बेटवा से Ken क्या आ रहा है? Ken se betwa. Okay, actually the the design is to actually transfer the surplus amount of water that is in Ken river to the Betwa river. Okay, so this will be like Ken river is in Madhya Pradesh, Betwa river is in UP. In दोनों के बीच में canal होगा. Okay, did you understand this? Okay, so basically here इससे क्या होता है? Like the Bundelkhand region is drought area. इनको पानी मिलेगा. Did you get this? They will get that region will get water. Okay, drought prone control. ठीक है? So that is the thing. So इससे क्या होता है ना? Irrigation बढ़ेगा, right? Cropping area बढ़ेगा, right? The farmers' income will increase. When farmers' income increase, rural areas socio-economic transformation होगा. Okay, so basically for example, if a farmer gets crop का 10 लाख मिल गया, उन्होंने जाके ऑडी नहीं खरीदेगा. He will not buy a Audi. He will actually invest on his kids' health, family members का health, education. Okay, social capital बढ़ेगा. Okay, that's what it is. So basically 35 million hectares additional irrigation will be provided. 34,000 megawatts of hydropower will be provided. Inland navigation connectivity will be there. Okay, so along with that drinking water support is given. समझ में आए? यही है benefits. ठीक है? Now benefits तो सिर्फ benefits ही नहीं होगा ना? हाँ. So there is another important aspect, that is concerns or impacts, negative. Okay, so basically there is high environmental cost because there are several places that get submerged which is under protected site. Panna Tiger Reserve. Okay, Panna Tiger Reserve. Got it? So, and also cost 5 to 6 lakh crores is the cost of one interlinking project. 6 lakh crores. Okay, 5 to 6 lakh crores. That is the thing. So, and also इससे क्या होगा? पानी कम होगा केन में. ओके, केन में पानी कम होगा. दैट विल लीड टू इंटरस्टेट वाटर डिस्प्यूट्स. करेक्ट? हाँ, समझ में आ रहा है? These are the issues. So now like this I have a list of other projects. देखो, महानदी गोदावरी लिंक. ओके, दक्षिण गंगा किस रिवर को बोलते हैं? गोदावरी. ओके, पेनिनसुलर में है ये दोनों. Correct? Peninsular plateau. Here the major component of the southern grid is this Mahanadi Godavari connect. Okay, here what happens is the Mahanadi river is actually surplus. Okay, so this surplus water from Mahanadi should be diverted to Godavari. Okay, from Godavari it goes further down, Krishna, Penner, Kaveri. Okay, so here what is it looking at is it wants to actually fill the water deficit Krishna, Penner, Kaveri through diverting Mahanadi to Godavari se niche. Did you get this? That's the important aspect. So now when you look at this, the most ecological concern is what will be the impact if you are diverting Mahanadi and Godavari ka water to the southern rivers, then what will be the impact on the coastal ecosystem of Mahanadi and Godavari? Okay, did you get this? For example, Mahanadi Delta has much of these coastal ecosystem. Olive ridley turtles भी आते हैं उधर. Mangroves है. So इनका क्या होगा? Did you get this? Okay, so like this. So that is what is asked. And secondly, already southern states are fighting. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. Okay, and Maharashtra, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, and Goa, Karnataka. All the states are fighting because the water is scarce. है ना? So, and this will add to the spice. Got it? This will add much more. Okay, so that is the problem. Okay, and there is one more, Par Tapi Narmada link. Okay, so this will be connecting on the western side, Gujarat mein. ठीक है? And here, whatever you can see is there will be transfer of water from Western Ghats to the Kutch and Saurashtra region. Kutch and Saurashtra drought prone, correct? So Western Ghats is having more barish. There is more water for the 4 months. It is going into Arabian Sea, west. So इसको यूटिलाइज करने के लिए ये है, ठीक है? सो वेस्टर्न घाट्स में कौन सा? वेस्टर्न घाट्स रीजन में जो लाइक पार नदी है, तापी नदी है, नर्मदा रिवर है, इनका है. दे विल बी कनेक्टिंग दिस टू दी कच्छ एंड सौराष्ट्र रीजन. ओके, सो इकोलॉजिकल सिग्निफिकेंस, ठीक है, बट द मेन इंपॉर्टेंट सोशल कॉस्ट इज submergence of the tribal areas. Okay, submergence of the tribal areas. And like there was also a lot of resistance and protest that you can see over displacement over there. ठीक है, ये हो गया. And I told you about Teesta, Manas and that part I have told you, right? Teesta, Manas, Sankosh and Ganga. Okay, I have told you that part because of irrigation and all these aspects. And same, now there is one more, Chambal Rajasthan feeder link. Okay, Chambal Rajasthan feeder ring. Here what happens is basically you have to provide some amount of irrigation needs and the drinking water needs. That's the reason you have to provide from Chambal नदी है, यमुना का ट्रिब्यूटरी है वो, करेक्ट? सो उधर से लेकर जाके राजस्थान में देगा, ठीक है? Did you get this? So this is something that you can see. And also you can see there is a question if you are withdrawing from the Chambal river, okay? And then the cost that you can see is very difficult because इस region पे चंबल नदी में घड़ियाल मिलेगा. Okay, then it has made an ecosystem. The impact will be seen on that. Did you get this? So these are some of the important aspects that you can see. Okay, so this is the significant river linking projects. Yes. वो seasonal है, seasonal है. Okay, yeah. वो peninsular river system ही है. That is peninsular river system. Okay, yeah. Did you understand this much? Okay, next. Now let me tell you about the Himalayan versus peninsular rivers. Okay, when we look at the Himalayan versus peninsular rivers, the first thing, the Himalayan drainage system. इससे पहले मैं एक बात बताता हूँ आपको. देखो, there is something called the Great Indian Water Divide. सुना है? Okay, Great Indian Water Divide includes Aravallis, Vindhyans, Satpura, Western Ghats. ठीक है? So Great Indian Water Divide, Aravallis, okay, Aravalli, Vindhyans, Satpura and Western Ghat. ठीक है? So what happens is Great Indian Water Divide. Water divide का मतलब ये है any elevated region like a ridge that divides the basins, the river basins. Is that clear? That's called a water divide generally. Okay. Aravallis divides Arabian Sea drainage from Bay of Bengal drainage. Western Ghats divides Arabian Sea drainage from Bay of Bengal drainage. Is that clear? Vindhyans and Satpura divides peninsular drainage from extra peninsular drainage. Did you get this? Okay, यही होता है. Now, when you look at this, we call two types of drainage system in India. One is Himalayan drainage system, which is actually like you believe it like this. See, like एक छोटा सा story बता देता हूँ. Before the formation of Himalayas, ठीक है? So what was happening is there was one mighty river that was actually traveling from almost you can say Assam side. Okay, Assam से पंजाब and into Arabian Sea. Only one river. Okay, उसकी बाद क्या हो गया? What you can see is there was the rise of this mighty Himalayas and it broke into three: Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra. Got it? So it broke into three. That's what you can see. This is one of the theories that speaks about it. Okay, so like what you can see is there you can see like for example the Potwar Plateau, Delhi Ridge. अभी इधर से आप एयरपोर्ट जाओ, बीच में ऐसा एलिवेटेड रीजन आएगा, उसको दिल्ली रिज बोलते हैं, पोटवार प्लेट्यू. ठीक है. सो ये जो है ना दिल्ली रिज, सो उसकी वजह से, और दूसरा माल्डा गैप, कल मैंने बताया माल्डा गैप, राजमाल ट्रैप्स और मेघालयन के बीच में डाउनफोल्ड. Okay, these are some of the reasons where you can see that there was the reasons behind formation of three rivers. Okay, so this is something you can see. And Himalayan rivers का एक quality है, वो young rivers है. Okay, they are young rivers. That means they have greater capacity of kinetic energy. They have greater kinetic energy, greater potential energy because of very youthful stage, high altitude youthful stage. Okay, so because of this they have the youthful stage and they are young rivers. They erode a lot. Okay, so उनका deltas भी बड़ा होता है, गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्र delta. Okay, like that. So on the other hand, they are perennial, they are glacial fed. Okay, Ganga is purely glacial fed. True or false? True. केन, बेटवा, सोन, ये सब कुछ, दामोदर, ये सब कुछ आपका पेरिनियल रिवर्स है. They are not glacial fed, they are rain fed. Okay, गंगा का नेचर देखो, गंगा is both extra peninsular and peninsular. Okay, because जो भी मैंने अभी बताया, केन, बेटवा and सोन and दामोदर, ये rivers जो है, these are right bank tributaries. They originate from peninsular India. Left bank tributaries, Ramganga, Gomti, Ghagar, Gandak, Kosi, these rivers are left bank tributaries. They come from Himalayas. Did you get this? Extra peninsular area. There is only one river, one tributary of Ganga, that is right bank tributary, which is originating from Himalayas. Right bank tributary. Yamuna. Okay, it is Yamuna. ठीक है, Yamuna is the only right bank tributary. ठीक है, समझ में आया इतना? Okay, so this is something that you have to know. Now, whatever I told you, उसका opposite लगा दो peninsular rivers का. ठीक है, they are not perennial, they are seasonal. Okay, they do not have prominent youthful stage. Okay, so they are not young rivers, they are mature and old rivers. Okay, so what you can see is, this is what you can see, and these actually flow over more stable landform and older landform. ये Himalayan rivers जो flow हो रहा है वो तो younger landform है and unstable. So उनका path आज इस side है, कल इस side हो सकता है. काली river का वही है ना. That's the reason Nepal, India का वो 3 places, काला पानी, लिम्पियादुरा, लेपु लेक, इसका issue चल रहा है. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so this is something you can see. And tectonic tilting है ना, कल बताया मैंने, tectonic tilting, उसकी वजह से peninsular rivers drain into Bay of Bengal majorly. Got it? Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Vaigai. Okay, all of them. Did you get this? Okay, so that is something you can see. How many rivers can you name that is actually flowing through the rift valleys? Narmada, Tapi and Son. Son नहीं है. Narmada, Tapi, Damodar and Bhima. Got it? Narmada, Tapi, Damodar and Bhima. Okay, yeah. Damodar divides Chota Nagpur plateau into 2 equal halves. Yes, Hazaribagh and Ranchi plateau. Okay, good. Okay, समझ में आया इतना? Clear with this? Okay, yeah, this is the basic differences. Second most important difference I'll tell you, the peninsular rivers are called superimposed rivers. Okay, peninsular plateau, okay, Archean gneiss and schist rocks, इसके ऊपर Deccan lava plateau, ठीक है? So rivers which were flowing on the Deccan lava plateau will erode it and go on the original rock. Okay, that's called superimposed rocks, a superimposed river system. Okay, and Himalayan rivers are antecedent, मतलब Himalayas form होने की पहले से वो river है. Okay, so that's why they are antecedent. Is that clear? Very briefly I have told you. Next. ये देखो, here I am showing you one list. ये देखो here. Yes. So first we'll start with the Himalayan rivers. Indus, Jhelum, Verinag Spring, origin point. You have to remember this. Mug it up. Okay. नहीं तो एक draw करो map, हर source point को नाम लिखो. ठीक है? That is the thing. I'll give you this. So next, Chenab, Baralachala Pass. Okay. Ravi, Rotang Pass. Bias, Biaskund. Okay. Then actually, yeah, Sutlej, Manasarovar Lake. near Manasarovar Lake. Okay, there is a glacier. Okay, then Ganga, Yamuna comes from Bandarpunch. Okay, Ramganga from Dudatoli range. Okay, then Ghagra comes from this Mapcha Chunga glacier in Tibet. Okay, so Gandak comes from the Dhaulagiri near Nepal and Tibet border. Okay, and Kosi comes from Gosianath Peak. Okay, then Son comes from Amarkantak Plateau. Which are the two other rivers that comes from Amarkantak? Narmada, Son, Mahanadi. Okay, Amarkantak Plateau, Son, Narmada, Mahanadi, radial drainage pattern. Center से बाहर जा रहा है. Any other example of radial drainage pattern in India? Gujarat, Mandav Hills. Very good. Anyone more? एक छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू हो गया. छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू. Okay, when you say Chota Nagpur Plateau, from there also you can see North Koel, South Koel, Damodar. Okay, ये rivers बाहर आते हैं. Okay, so 3 examples I have given. 1 Chota Nagpur, 2nd Amarkantak, 3 Mandav Hills. Okay, समझ में आया ना इतना? Those are radial drainage pattern. Okay, so what is endorheic basin? सुना है endorheic basin? हाँ, so it is a central drain system. मतलब कैसा होता है? All the rivers will come and fall into it, but there is no outflow. No outflow. इसमें salinity ज़्यादा होता है, कम होता है? हाई होता है, because evaporation की वजह से. इंडिया में कुछ एग्जाम्पल है. लोकटक लेक. लोकटक लेक कहाँ पे है? मणिपुर. Okay, what is the national park there? Kebul Lamjau. What is the floating vegetation there? Fumdis. Which is the deer present there? Sangai, dancing deer. Okay, समझ में आया इतना? One more example you tell me, endorheic basin, world में. Caspian Sea. ठीक है? Is this clear? Basic examples पढ़े. Okay, next. So now, दामोदर, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू अभी बताओ. अभी बताया मैंने. Okay, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू. Next, you come to Brahmaputra. Okay, Dibang from Mishmi Hills. Okay, Kea Pass. Lohit, Zayalchu Range. Subansiri, Tibet Plateau. Manas, Southern Bhutan Himalayas. Okay, Tista, Zemu Glacier, Sikkim. Is that clear? Okay, next. You have Godavari River Peninsular. You have Penganga. Penganga comes from Ajanta Ranges, Maharashtra. Okay? Next you have Warda, Satpura Ranges. Venganga, Mahadev Hills, Satpura Ranges. Indravati, Dandakaranya Plateau. Okay? Next, Manjira, Balaghat Ranges, Maharashtra. Is that clear? Then you have Krishna, Tungabhadra River. It's a tributary. Confluence of Tunga and Bhadra, 2 rivers come and join. It originates, I mean, it is in Karnataka. ठीक है? Next, कोयना. कोयना पता है? कोयना डैम सुना है? Okay, इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? शिवाजी सागर डैम. Okay, शिवाजी सागर डैम. And that was famous for reservoir induced earthquake. Okay, reservoir induced earthquake. Koyna comes from Mahabaleshwar. Is that clear? And Ghataprabha, Western Ghats, Karnataka. Malaprabha, Western Ghats, Karnataka. Okay, so Belgaum region, Belgavi region. Okay, Karnataka. So Musi River, Anantagiri Hills near Hyderabad. Okay, then Bhima River comes from Bhima Shankar. Did you get this? So Krishna comes from Mahabaleshwar. Okay, did you understand? Next, Kaveri. Kaveri originates from Talakaveri, Brahmagiri Hills. Okay, Talakaveri, Brahmagiri Hills. Now, Hemavati, Javali, Western Ghats. Shimsha, Devara and Durga. Okay, that is in Karnataka only. Arkavati, Nandi Hills near Bangalore. Okay, so Kabini, this comes from Wayanad, Kerala. Okay, from Kerala it comes to Karnataka and joins Kaveri. Bhavani River, Silent Valley National Park, Kerala. Okay, Silent Valley National Park is the only national park in India which is least disturbed. Okay, one more fact. Least disturbed national park, Silent Valley National Park. ठीक है? समझ में आया ना इतना? Okay. Next, you have Mahanadi, Sionath River from Rajnandagaon district. Okay, and Tel River, Koraput. Okay, Hasdeo, Korea district. Mand, Surguja district. Ib, Raigad district. Okay, next, Narmada, there is Banjar from Mandla district. Okay, so Tawa from Satpura ranges, Betul Plateau region. Okay, next, Hiran, Jabalpur. Okay, then you have Tapi, Purna, Ajanta range. Okay, गिरना वेस्टर्न घाट्स नासिक के पास ओरिजिनेट होता है, एंड बोरी सातपुरा रेंजेस. समझ में आया? प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस. क्लियर? ओके, यू विल गेट द, यू कैन गेट द दिस वन. ओके, हैंड आउट. समझ में आया? देखो, हैंड आउट के लिए सिंपल एक चीज बताता हूं. टेलीग्राम पे जाओ, मिल जाएगा. आई विल पुट इट ऑन टेलीग्राम. हाँ, ऑलरेडी है? नहीं, पिछले वाला सेशंस का है उसमें. ओके, इसका तो आप इसमें जाओ. ओके, दिस माय टेलीग्राम आईडी, यू विल गेट इट देयर. ओके, सो दिस इज द थिंग. ओके, इजी विद दिस? एनी डिफिकल्टी? आई एम गिविंग यू एवरीथिंग इन वन सोर्स. ओके, यू जस्ट नीड टू रीड इट. ओके, दो चॉइस है, यू कैन रीड इट, अदरवाइज टेक द प्रिंट आउट एंड कीप इट इन पूजा रूम. ओके, सो यू कैन डू एनी ऑफ इट. हो गया इतना? नेचुरल वेजिटेशन तो आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू. देन डेमोग्राफिक स्टैट्स. ठीक है, नाउ वी लुक इनटू समथिंग दैट इज डेमोग्राफिक स्टैट्स. सो नाउ व्हेन वी लुक एट द डेमोग्राफिक स्टैट्स, देखो इंडिया में डेमोग्राफी बहुत डाइवर्स है, विच इज लीस्ट स्पोकन in generally the classes. Okay, much of the faculties don't speak about this. I'll tell you about this. Indian demography actually there is a demographic great divide. Okay, there is a demographic great divide. Okay, so demographic great divide का मतलब क्या है? The demography of North India is different from the demography of South India. North India is youthful, South India is aging. Okay, I will tell you today, you will learn this. Okay, see, but despite this, what is the beauty? The beauty is very simple. India still enjoys the demographic dividend. Okay, demographic dividend का मतलब ये है 15 to 59, 15 years to 59 working age population. Okay, ये ग्रुप छोड़ के जो भी है under 15 above 60 is dependent population. Okay, समझ में आया? Except UPSC group. Okay, so okay, just kidding, but आप लोग भी वर्किंग एज पॉपुलेशन डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड में ही आते हैं. ठीक है, सो या, सो आई वाज जस्ट किडिंग, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. 64 to 65% ऑफ इंडियन पॉपुलेशन फॉल देयर. ओके, 64 to 65% of Indian population will fall there. ठीक है, so now when you look at this here, let me make you understand what is the south aging population and the north youthful population. Okay, देखो South India, if you see, okay, the southern India is into the aging transition. That means basically Kerala, Tamil Nadu, I'll give you the example. In Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they have already passed the phase of fertility. Transition ho gaya. ठीक है, fertility transition is done. Okay, so now when you look at this, roughly if you say by 2036, okay, by 2036, Kerala will have 22% of its population which is like age-old population, elderly population, 22%. Okay, and Tamil Nadu will have 20%. Okay, and median age if you see by 2036, South India का median age होता है 40 years, बिहार का median age होता है 28. समझ में आया difference? Okay, so मतलब like what you can see is basically the old age population ratio, that is dependent population ratio, will be increased in South India. Okay, इसकी बेसिस में ही लास्ट ईयर डेमोग्राफिक विंटर पूछा था. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके, सो दिस इज समथिंग यू कैन सी. मतलब इससे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? द जेरियाट्रिक्स जो बोलता है, आई डोंट नो इफ आई एम रॉन्ग इन प्रोनाउंसिएशन, इट इज कॉल्ड जेरियाट्रिक्स और गेरियाट्रिक्स, आई डोंट नो. जेरियाट्रिक्स, ओके, जेरियाट्रिक्स जो बोलता है ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड ओल्ड एज केयर. ओके, सो केयर ऑफ ओल्ड एज मतलब ज्यादा पैसा गवर्नमेंट का, यस, पेंशन सब कुछ में होगा. That can be said. Okay, yeah, so basically this is something that you can see. Now if you look at, matlab much of the fiscal burden will be put on pensions, healthcare funds, यही होता है. ठीक है, ये प्रॉब्लम होगा साउथ का. सिर्फ 30%? हाँ, समझ में नहीं आया. आई डिडंट गेट इट. I didn't understand. You are saying the South 5 states will contribute 30% to the GDP. इससे ज़्यादा contribute करते हैं. it actually contributes more than that. If I tell you one simple example, Karnataka contributes almost 75% of, like, roughly around 70, no, wait, 45%, almost 45% of India's IT exports. Sirf Bangalore city alone. Okay, so somewhere around 4 lakh crores. That is the value there. Okay, then there are several other things. Okay, but wo GDP ki hota hai, that let us keep it aside. That is economic geography. Okay, economics basically. Okay, yeah. Let's come back to this demography. Okay, now North India क्यों हमने बोला था youthful? North India has a youthful momentum. Between 2011 to 2036, okay, almost 33% population increase जो हुआ है वो यूपी बिहार में हुआ है. Okay, more than 33% of population increase of India has happened in only these two states. Okay, so that is something you should know. So unlike what you can see in south, here in north the workforce will actually sort of like be more in the youthful stage. Okay, but working age population in these states will actually increase beyond 2031. Is that clear? Beyond 2031 it will increase. Did you get this? Okay, ये होता है. And but there is a bigger problem. South में when you started having this fertility, मतलब जो भी है, like this demographic dividend है ना, मतलब the working age population addition, that was the time where they focused much on education. Okay, मतलब skilled workforce came out. यूपी बिहार में वो नहीं हो रहा है. ओके, सो यूपी बिहार से जो भी दिल्ली को आता है ने तो गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, तेलंगाना, कर्नाटका, आंध्र प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, इस स्टेट्स को जा रहा है. These states are net immigration states. Okay, so Delhi and these states are net immigration states incoming. Okay, so they are getting semi-skilled, unskilled from Bihar and UP. Okay, Bihar and UP is net emigration state. Okay, did you get this? Okay, समझ में आया ना इतना? These are facts again for prelims. Okay, next. Now, if you look at this further, some parameters are there which you need to know. What is fertility rate? What is fertility rate? Fertility rate is the number of children a healthy woman can reproduce in her reproductive age. Is that clear? Okay, so when you look at the total fertility rate, okay, national average is at the replacement rate. Replacement rate क्या होता है? 2.1. Okay, 2.1. ठीक है? So ये ऑटो पे लिखता है ना, हम दो हमारा दो, ये वाला स्टेटमेंट है. Okay, so basically here this is what you can see. National average is at the replacement rate 2.1. Okay, it's not 2, it's not 2.2, it is 2.1. Okay, now when you look at the national total fertility rate, it is like even down, it is coming down. मतलब 2.1 is there ना, उससे ब्रेच करके अभी present stats, it is come down to 1.9 to 2. Okay, did you get this? And further, state variations, if you see, only 5 states are above 2.1. मतलब they are reproducing more. Okay, Bihar 3. Yes, that is the highest. Bihar is 3. Okay, so that means basically they have like 3 is the total fertility rate there. Meghalaya 2.9, Uttar Pradesh 2.35, Jharkhand 2.3, and Manipur 2.2. Did you get this? Okay, so these are the numbers. And समझ में आया ना, southern states, Punjab, हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, इनका तो कम है, below replacement rate, 2.1 से कम है. Did you get this? Southern states, which are the southern states? Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Okay, 2.1 से कम है. Okay, got it? Punjab and Himachal. Okay, next. Now, when you look at census 2027, which is ongoing, इसके बारे में कुछ चीजें आप समझना है. Very important. This is the first time fully digital census हो रहा है. For the very first time. Okay, so it has started April 1st. Okay, it has started April 1st. So हाउस लिस्टिंग फेस चल रहा है अभी, ओके. एंड सेंसस डेटा दैट यू कैन सी, हमारा 1931 से जो सेंसस डेटा हुआ है उसमें कास्ट बेस्ड सेंसस, व्हेन वी स्पीक अबाउट, इट हैज टेकन ओनली SC and ST. दिस टाइम इट इज टेकिंग every caste. Another prelims point. Okay, next reference data will come up. Okay, like they will prepare this by October 1st 2026 for the snowbound regions, मतलब Himalayan ये सब कुछ, okay, and other regions rest of India by 2027 March it will be ready. Is that clear? So now there is one more thing that is called India's demographic mission. Okay, this was announced last year Independence Day पे, August 15, 2025. Okay, so this wants to actually monitor the regional imbalances. Okay, and according to that they have to actually sort of see, ये डेमोग्राफिक मिशन क्या होता है. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल लेट अस से हम लोग रूरल एरिया में हैं, रूरल एरिया से दिल्ली को आ रहा है, बिकॉज देयर वी आर नॉट गेटिंग मच ऑफ द जॉब्स, सीजनल होता है ना जॉब उधर, एग्रीकल्चर लेबर, सो इधर आ जाता है. सो कौन आता है, लड़का लड़की, कौन आता है, मेल. ओके, मेल कम, सेलेक्टिव माइग्रेशन, डेमोग्राफिक पैटर्न चेंज्ड, राइट. फेमिनाइजेशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, मोर डिपेंडेंसी ऑन वुमेन. ओके, मतलब मोर बर्डन ऑन वुमेन, लेट अस से. ओके, डिपेंडेंस उनके ऊपर रहेगा. ओके, इधर इनका भी दिक्कत है. डिड यू गेट दिस? सो ऐसा जो इम्बैलेंसेस होता है ना, उसके ऊपर ध्यान रख के माइग्रेशन, टू रिड्यूस सच माइग्रेशन एंड टू एक्चुअली सॉर्ट ऑफ शिफ्ट दैट एज स्ट्रक्चर, सेलेक्टिव जेंडर स्ट्रक्चर, इसके बारे में काम करने के लिए वी हैव इंडियाज डेमोग्राफिक मिशन. डिड यू गेट दिस? ओके, एंड ऑल्सो नाउ प्रेजेंटली द national median age that is by 2026 is 29 years. Okay, 29 years is the national median age. Okay, and population stabilization हमारा हो सकता है 2045 में. Okay, earlier it was projected 2045, but now what they are projecting is 2065. Okay, 2065 में हमारा population stabilization होगा. तब तक we'll be facing, okay, the resource to population issues. Okay, yeah. And sex ratio, if you look at, we have shown a significant improvement, 1020 females per 1000 males. Okay, so but still regional imbalances are there. Okay, so that is something that you can see, especially regional imbalance if you speak about something like Haryana, okay, Chandigarh. These are the places where you have extreme regional imbalance. ठीक है? So this is something that you have to know. समझ में आया इतना? Okay, so southern states are aging states, true or false? Northern states are youthful states. Okay, so these are some concepts that you had to know. ठीक है? Next. Yes, we go to the concept of urban heat island. देखो, see basically urban heat island क्या होता है? Like for example, take Delhi. Okay, Delhi city के अंदर, this is well experienced during the night times. Okay, city के अंदर, let us say, you will feel बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी. Okay, you will feel that heat. As you go out during the night times, ना, as you go out of Delhi, when the agrarian landscape starts, आपका ठंडा हवा, like they'll be feeling of that cold winds and like the temperature will be normal, है ना? So ये होता है because urban areas trap the heat. Okay, how do they trap the heat? Concrete roads. Okay, the geometric pattern नहीं होता है roads का. Okay, snake actually crawls very much less than the roads. Okay, so ऐसा होता है. So basically क्या होता है ना, like you can see that there is no geometric roads. उसकी वजह से you cannot expect the winds to actually take directions like this. समझ में आया? Okay, so that is the important aspect. Okay, so now when you look at this urban heat island as a concept, it is more to the metropolitan areas where the concrete floors and closer location of the buildings and non-geometric roads, ये सब कुछ क्या करता है, heat को trap करेगा. इसके साथ साथ you can also see vehicular emissions which are greenhouse gases, industrial emissions which are greenhouse gases. Okay, ऐसा जो भी greenhouse gases है वो actually और trap करेगा heat को. Daytime heating will happen and the same heat you cannot actually see to be expelling out from the urban areas during the night. Is that clear? So it is trapped. And secondly, what you can see is, one more important thing that you can see is basically, like you can see the air pollution, I just told you. Okay, apart from that, you can also see, like one more important aspect is, ये पहले जो greenery होता था, okay, greenery used to result in evapotranspiration. उससे cooling effect होता था. Okay, now greenery is cut. Okay, that cooling effect is not there. So that also adds to the temperature. Best example, Bangalore city. Okay, best example is Bangalore city. Okay, and not just Bangalore city, most of the cities in the country, but Bangalore is good example because Bangalore was a garden city earlier. Okay, so that is the thing. So now you can actually see इससे क्या होगा. Like for example, let us say temperature बढ़ गई, इससे हम क्या करते हैं? AC on करते हैं. AC का exhaust, right? वो और heat करेगा. Yes or no? So this is something that you can see. And so basically here, urban designs, urban layout designs and surface materials used on the urban areas. इसके लिए आप देख सकते हैं कुछ cities में like Bangalore uses cement roads now. White cement roads है, albedo effect. Okay, but ये asphalt roads होते हैं ना, मतलब tar roads, इससे बहुत ज़्यादा capture करेगा heat. Okay, and Bangalore? Zero side out मतलब? हाँ. अच्छा, okay, zero shadow, हाँ, okay, zero shadow is a different thing that overhead sun की बारे में है, ये थोड़ा सा different है, okay. And apart from that, see, 4 important things you should know behind urban heat island. 1, surface materials, dark rooftops, surface asphalt roads, ये है. 2, the layout design. Okay, आप चंडीगढ़ में देख सकते हैं, building B, including the building, is actually built, even if the plot is like this, the building will be facing like this, according to the wind direction. चंडीगढ़ उतना planned city है, and पूरा की पूरा इनका roads proper rectangular होता है. Okay, that is actually, and very wide, good green spaces. Okay, ये सब कुछ है, because that is actually for the wind movement, that does not capture. Okay, but rest all the cities in India has the problem of this. Did you get this? Okay, so now first one surface material, second one urban designs and urban layout design. Okay, and third one is lack of vegetation, and the fourth one is waste heat. Waste heat क्या होता है? You burn fossil fuels, heat release होगा. You use ACs, heat release होगा. Okay, so industries से industrial activity से heat release होगा, vehicular emission से heat release होगा. All these are trapped. Did you get this? Okay, ये होता है. So इसकी वजह से क्या होता है? Health hazards, of course. Okay, temperature बढ़ेगा. Okay, and there will be like increased energy demand. Okay, increased energy demand, more of air pollution. Okay, and environmental degradation like air pollution, smogging effects. Okay, so ये सब कुछ होता है. ठीक है, इसको reduce कैसे करना है? Go for reflective services, albedo ज़्यादा use करना है. ठीक है, like on the terraces you use albedo paints. Okay, and white surfaces basically. Okay, and apart from that, ज़्यादा के ज़्यादा आप green infrastructure बना दो, vertical gardens. Okay, आप airport जाएगा तो vertical gardens है, वो पूरा city को लेकर आ सकता है. Mosses can build on rocks, so उसको लेकर आओ. That's a best design for urban greenery, mosses. Okay, and you can go for urban design. Urban design को modify कर लो. Okay, whenever there is a chance, go for geometric roads. Okay, new developments होता है, extensions होता है, उसको geometric roads जो है, वो geometric roads लेकर आओ. Okay, these are something you can see. ठीक है, समझ में आया इतना? Urban heat island concept. Okay, next. After this, like we have what is called as the Aravalli Green Wall project, which is inspired from the Great Green Wall of Africa. Okay, so now when you look at this here, see, these two are some of the large-scale environmental initiatives. Okay, large-scale environmental initiatives where you can see the idea is to combat desertification. What is desertification? हाँ, Desertification, is it expansion of deserts? No, it's not expansion of deserts. Desertification relates to land degradation. Land degradation, okay? Especially in the arid and semi-arid areas. Okay, it's not expansion of deserts. Okay, so now ये desertification को combat करने के लिए or to bring exclusive ecological areas, what we have is these two projects. So Aravalli Green Wall project is inspired from the Great Green Wall of Africa. Is that clear? So now when you look at this here, see, like basically Aravalli project, it almost commenced from 2026, but beach mein kuch issues hua hai. Okay, but otherwise you can see this African initiative is in the accelerator phase where it will be almost achieved by 2030. Is that clear? Almost achieved by 2030. So now, if you look at this Aravalli project, the aim is to build 1,400 kilometers long and 5 kilometers wide green wall or green belt. Okay, this will span across Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, Delhi. Okay, this is something that you should know. Aravalli actually spans across these 4 territories. Okay, states and territories. So that can be prelims question. Okay, so now you have to identify only 2, Vindhyans and Satpura. Okay, yeah. That's what they're thinking. 1,400 kilometers length, 5 kilometers wide, however it is, they'll put it. That's what, that I didn't want to discuss any which ways, but yeah, okay, any which ways. So here, like what you can see is, there was like, you know, this, there are some 1,000 nurseries that is being developed, okay, across 29 districts, and they will actually sort of bring the trees like Kejri. Kejri is the state tree of Rajasthan. Okay, so Kejri is a thorny forest tree, true or false? True, okay, true. So Kejri, Arjuna, Dhau, these are the trees that were chosen. So they can ask you Kejri, Arjuna, Dhau are semi-arid and arid vegetation. समझ में आया? Kejri, Arjuna and Dhau, DHAU. Okay, this is how they can ask you. So like the idea is by 2027, 1.1 million hectares of degraded landscape will be restored. Okay, so that is the first one. And now these plantations that they are going for will be geotagged. Is that clear? That will be geotagged, and is geotagging की वजह से satellite mapping भी करता है. So that ways they will have more monitoring on it, more transparency and more monitoring. Is that clear? And apart from this, here like you can see, it is integrated with Ek Ped Maa Ki Naam. Okay, this is a campaign. Okay, Ek Ped Maa Ki Naam, where it is asking public to participate in afforestation drive. Okay, so this is about the Aravalli Green Wall project. Okay, next. So I had compared it with the Great Green Wall of Africa. So Great Green Wall of Africa is longer than Aravalli project. True or false? True. Okay, this is actually across 22 countries in Africa, and the aim is to restore 100 million hectares of land. Okay, so here what is it trying to do is, in the savanna region, it wants to build. Okay, when it builds, it is actually bifurcating from the desert area. Okay, so that is the objective. Okay, so now the progress can be seen by 2030, where you will see that approximately 30 million hectares, okay, will be like, you know, restored, and this is part of the environment project ka target, 30% of restoration. Okay, so this is like somewhere you can see 18 million hectares will be will be actually reported very soon. Okay, so this is something that you can see, and now presently it is going under accelerator plan. Accelerator plan is like the phase which is actually monitored by United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, UNCCD. Okay, so where they are giving $33 billion, okay, and through that funding they actually sort of are going for acceleration of the efforts. Okay, so this is something you can see, and there is a country called Senegal. Okay, so there you can see roughly they have restored 8,50,000 hectares through agroforestry, community-led, okay, agroforestry. Ethiopia, nearly 1 million hectares, that is 10 lakh hectares, they have actually planted 5 billion plants in that area, in that 1 million hectares. And Burkina Faso, okay, Burkina Faso, 29,000 hectares have been actually sort of like restored. Okay, Burkina Faso actually has several security challenges regionally. Okay, but still 29,000 hectares. Is that clear? All these are climate change ka solution. Okay, did you get this? So this is something that you can actually see. Okay, samajh mein aaya? Yeah, that is something that you learn, and this is all from this particular session. Okay, and one another thing I wanted to tell you. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get that. I will discuss, otherwise let us wind it up. What is the time? 7:30. Okay. लेक विक्टोरिया, हाँ वो कंट्रीज का, हाँ वो न्यूज़ में होता है क्योंकि एक एक बार अभी देखो, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल देर आर सम एनवायरमेंटल डिस्कशंस दैट हैपेंड अलोंग द लेक विक्टोरिया. एक विक्टोरिया डिक्लेरेशन करके भी आया था, ठीक है. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द कंटेक्स्ट. ओके, कंटेक्स्ट देख लो एक बार. ओके, सो इट विल बी इन द न्यूज़ बिकॉज ऑफ द कंटेक्स्ट. ओके, एक मिनट. Chalo, okay, this is all about it. Once, let me see if I have covered almost. Okay, so if I have to tell you, I've covered the heat waves, droughts, compound extreme events, and I have covered the, okay, yeah, one second, I'll tell you all those. Indus Water Treaty, Mekong Ganga Cooperation, okay, then I have covered, like, apart from this also, I'll tell you which I have covered. I've covered about wetlands, national parks, biosphere reserves, tiger reserves, elephant reserves, okay, Ramsar sites, and ecological laws and legislations and conventions, okay. And apart from that, today I've covered the Indian drainage system, okay, and I have also covered what is this desertification and the Great Aravalli project and also the Great African project, okay. And I have also told you about the urban heat islands, okay, and I have also told you about what is this wet desert paradox, okay, and we have also studied about what is, yeah, demography related, demographic dividend and the demographic great divide, okay, and we have studied about what is this, like, you know, okay. And in the previous classes, we have already studied about natural vegetation के बारे में भी पढ़ा था हमने, okay? So natural vegetation distribution across the latitude, across the longitude, across the altitude, okay? पूरा cover किया है. And we have studied about like the Indian climatology, world climatic distribution, okay? पूरा climatology तो खत्म है, geomorphology is खत्म, okay? And also oceanography is done, and also Indian geography part also I have taught you, okay? So like human geography तो आज किया है, okay? So all of this I have covered. One last topic I'll cover, which I asked you to do it, but वो मैं ही कर लेता हूँ. Last topic, okay? Okay, look at this. This is basically the demographic transition theory, okay? So this was given by Notestein, okay? So basically, Thomson and Notestein, okay? Yeah, this was given by them. So what you can see is basically demographic transition theory is about what they say is any particular society will transform from agriculture, rural, illiterate conditions to urban, literate, industrial society. Is that clear? agriculture, rural, illiterate to urban, industrial, literate societies. In this transition, इनका demographic parameters will change. Okay, so like initially you will see birth rate will be high, death rate will also be high. Okay, so because the death rate is high, because socio-economic conditions अच्छा नहीं होता है, basically you will see that health conditions are not good. Okay, sanitation is not good. Okay, death rate will be more. इसकी वजह से, because like if a couple has only 2 kids and both of them die, then how is the perpetuation, right? उसकी वजह से the couple will have 12 kids. Okay, so 12 में 7-8 मर चुका होगा तो at least 3-4 will survive. Okay, that is the situation. Is that clear? Then when it comes to second stage, what you can see is here you will see like some amount of improvements in the healthcare, social factors. Okay, healthcare, sanitation. Okay, so इसमें थोड़ा सा improvement रहेगा. उसकी वजह से क्या होता है? There is rapid downfall in the death rate. Okay, but birth rate inertia रहेगा. Okay, there will be inertia because parents को देखा होगा and siblings को देखा होगा. मतलब parents had 12 kids. So one of the person like who survived, he thinks मेरा siblings totally 12, including him. But now what happened? उस 12 में like जो reproductive age पे आया सिर्फ 4, नहीं तो 3. So उसकी वजह से that inertia remains. So what you will see is in this stage the birth rate still continues. Okay, so here the net addition to the total population was less. Okay, but here what happens is 12 kids born, here 12 were born. Okay, 8 died. Addition is only 3 to 4, let us say. Okay, here 12, only 2 died. Addition 10. समझ में आया? So you will see there is increase. Further, when you come to third stage, what happens is the death rate is plateaued at the bottom because healthcare very good, affordable, available, and also accessible. Is that clear? Healthcare अच्छा है, sanitation अच्छा है, okay, और literacy भी थोड़ा सा बढ़ रहा है. Is that clear? So ऐसा सब कुछ होता है. So like basically this will be down. Here birth rate will eventually get down. Is that clear? Why? Because the रूरल अग्रेरियन सेटअप से थोड़ा सा अर्बन साइड आ जाता है. स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग के बारे में ध्यान बहुत ज्यादा रखता है. ओके, दे बिकॉज ऑफ द स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग दे वुड लाइक टू हैव द स्मॉलर साइज ऑफ द फैमिली. ओके, एंड इवेंचुअली यू विल सी अर्बन एरियाज में कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग भी ज्यादा होता है. ओके, अफोर्डिंग फॉर मल्टीपल किड्स इज ऑल्सो वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ओके, ऐसा बहुत ज्यादा चीज होता है. सो सोशियो इकोनॉमिक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन विल रिड्यूस द बर्थ रेट. इज दैट क्लियर? Did you understand? Maybe institutional deliveries will increase. Okay, so death rate will decrease. Okay, so death rate is reduced. So like this, because the certainty of life is increasing, so birth rate will start falling. समझ में आया? Then you come to the fourth stage. Fourth stage में क्या होगा? Already the death rate is the least. Okay, birth rate और कम होगा क्योंकि now you can see women have become like independent. मतलब or else let us say empowered. Why? Now they will have decisions in the family. Okay, they're part of the decision making. And now what happens is everyone want to study, want to focus on their career, establish their career life first, professional life first before getting married. So delayed marriages. समझ में आया? Delayed marriages. Second point, what you can see, women get into the decision making. Now women say how many children they want to bear. Okay, so it is a mutual healthy decisions now. So उसकी वजह से the number of count will reduce. Okay, women empowerment, economic empowerment, सब कुछ. Okay, so health wise सब कुछ already socio economic transformation हो रहा है. So here birth rate will come to the least. Okay, India में southern states इस stage में है. Okay, did you get this? So UP Bihar are still in a transition. Is that clear? Did you understand? Nigeria like countries are here. Yeah, Somalia, Nigeria countries are there. Okay, now we'll come to this. This is like Japan, Scandinavian countries. इधर क्या होता है? देखो, death rate already least. जापान में कब मरता है? 90, 95, है ना? So ऐसा होता है. Okay, and birth rate क्या हो गया? Now there is a different level of like freedom. Okay, where they don't want to have kids. Okay, कमा लो और enjoy करो. bas, no kids. Okay, so now what happens is birth rate, naturally if you leave, it goes below the death rate. Okay, मतलब addition कम है, subtraction ज़्यादा है. Okay, so then this will fall, na? Right? But this is in the observant phase. Naturally if you leave, it will fall. So उसकी वजह से क्या कर रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा countries, ये Scandinavian, Canada and Japan, Italy, ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? They are allowing people to come and sit in their countries. Okay, migration is allowed. Okay, and Scandinavian countries and all, they say like this: you have more than 2 kids, I'll give you free education, free health care, job, सब कुछ security. Okay, India में ऐसा दे सकते क्या? Okay, so okay, so basically that is all to boost. Okay, see, when the population becomes more literate, okay, you can modify these parameters. Okay, birth rate छोड़ दो. Basically, the fertility rate को हम manipulate कर सकते हैं. So we can boost here. समझ में आया? This is 5th stage. That's it from demographic transition theory. Is that clear? So, according to me, I have taught you more than 50 topics. Yes or no? Okay, in all the 3 sessions clubbed together, I have taught you more than 50 topics. According to me, I have taught you at least 80% of the syllabus. Okay, so this is something like a revision series. Okay, so ये तीनों classes जो है, please watch it again. Okay, before going to the exam, 1.5x, 1 day, 3 classes. Okay, that will be a wonderful revision for you. Okay, इसके साथ साथ PT 365 में जो भी current affairs का geography environment का आया है उसको भी पढ़ लो. Okay, mapping उसमें cover हो जाता है. ठीक है? I've touched upon very less amount of mapping. That's the reason. Okay, conceptually I've covered everything. Okay, because there was some session on mapping, उसकी वजह से मैंने touch नहीं किया था उसको. Okay, yeah. Is that clear? Okay. Did you enjoy the session? Is that all good? So you can actually fetch the handout. So, oh. Agumbe Ghat, Karnataka. हाँ? Agumbe Ghat नहीं मिला. हाँ. बोल रहा हूँ ना, मार्केट. ओके. कहाँ पे? अच्छा उन्होंने नहीं, you fix to it. Okay, don't worry. हाँ. So basically, you can get all the handouts, everything on this Telegram channel. You can check. I will do it. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it now, so that will be there. ठीक है? बस इतना ही है. All the very best. Hope to see you with flying colors this attempt. Okay. So I want to see you all clear the prelims. Okay. Of course, hopes to होता है, right? So be positive. You can do it. And yeah, I guess you enjoyed the session. Okay. चलो. जो भी anybody who has not watched the previous ones, please watch it. Okay. Yeah. चलो. Thank you. I will probably come up with other series of any topics later, but because I'm going back from Delhi tomorrow, so I might take it online. YouTube session होता है, ठीक है? आप watch कर सकते हैं. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.